Chapter 1812. In the border area, Yi Chun moved forward cautiously. If he was not careful, he might trigger the formation. It was fine when he entered, but now that the higher-ups of the demon disaster area knew that he wanted to leave, the security was naturally tight. Yi Chun stood on the peak. At a glance, he saw countless guards patrolling. They were on duty almost 24 hours a day without any rest. There was even a demon king in charge of the patrol team this time. Naturally, they were thinking that at the critical moment, the demon king could send a message even if he was no match for Yi Chun. "Did you see one?" a demon asked. "No." "Patrol carefully. Report immediately if you see anything unusual. I want to report to the demon king." "Yes." Everyone agreed and continued to patrol. Moreover, there was a spirit manifestation mirror at the critical pass. It was clear how much importance the demon disaster area placed on Yi Chun. At the same time, in the base camp of the demon disaster area, the three demon masters joined forces and would definitely not let Yi Chun go. This brat is extremely arrogant. He hunted countless demon warriors. If we don't kill him on the spot, where will the demon clan's face go? The demon moon demon master roared. The demon moon is right. This brat's behavior still touches the foundation of the demon clan. In the past, the demon clan was afraid of us. Now, many of them have started to attack us. What is this? The Desolation Demon Master also roared. Sitting in the center was the Mad Emperor Demon Master, the current leader of the demon clan. "Everyone, don't be anxious. This person can escape the demon net formation we set at the border. As long as there is news, we can directly attack," the Mad Emperor Demon Master said. The Mad Emperor Demon Master is right. We will watch this brat have no way to escape. The three demon masters got up and headed to the border. At this moment, Yi Chun had already arrived at a pass. He had tried many places around him. This time, the formation was very special. It was not easy to rush through it directly. Going through the pass was the best choice. He disguised himself as a demon king, but this time, he was not a holy demon, but a holy tan. The Holy Demon Clan was a noble existence among the Demon Clan. They were too conspicuous. After so many previous incidents, it was impossible to rely on arrogance to pass. On the contrary, the Holy Tan was very ordinary and would not easily arouse suspicion. What he was most worried about right now was naturally the Spirit Manifestation Mirror. As long as the Spirit Manifestation Mirror was unable to find his true body, leaving the demon race would be a very simple matter. "Stop, come over and check," a demon general shouted to the people who had passed the test. Clack, clack, clack. Everyone came before the Spirit Manifestation Mirror and accepted the examination. Z. The general pointed the mirror at everyone, and immediately, within the light of the mirror, all of the demons began to glow. If there were no abnormal changes, then they were demons. And if there were abnormal changes, then they were humans. This was the rule of the mirrors set by the Demon Lord, and everyone followed it. Yi Chun walked to the front and looked at the mirror before him. He smiled lightly without fear. "You, the one from the Saint Tan tribe, come here," the general suddenly shouted at Yi Chun. "Yes." Yi Chun agreed and walked to the front. Z. He pointed the mirror at Yi Chun. In an instant, rays of light shot out in all directions and demonic energy surged. "Oh!" The demon general was slightly stunned. He did not expect the Saint Tan tribe to have such strong demonic energy. The Saint Tan tribe was a poor tribe among the demon race, and there were no geniuses among them. "You're from the Saint Tan tribe?" the general asked Yi Chun with a smile. Yi Chun saw a sinister look in the general's words. This person must be up to no good. "Yes," Yi Chun replied. "Since when did the Saint Tan tribe have a powerhouse like you?" "I'm very ordinary, my lord." "Ordinary? Ha. Do you think I'm an idiot? Not only can this spirit manifestation mirror reflect humans, but it can also reflect geniuses of the demon race. Since you're a genius of the demon race, you can't just leave the demon race." The demon general's tone was firm. He did not expect that this time the mirror did not reflect a human, but a genius of the demon race. Yi Chun was speechless. "My lord, I'm just going out to collect herbs. I'll be back soon." "Umph." Unless you have the Demon King's order, don't even think about leaving. You're not thinking of joining the human race because of the rise of the human race, are you? I'm really not, my lord. Yichen now regretted strengthening his Pandora demon ability to hide his identity. Otherwise, he might have left. You really won't let me go? Yi Chun roared. You're really arrogant now. Let me tell you, even if you're a genius, you're no match for me. I'm a demon king, and you're just a little demon general. You might be able to fight me in the future, but now you're trash. The person mocked Yi Chun. Trash? You're saying I'm trash? That's right. Geniuses need time to grow. You're trash now. The demon king roared. Ha 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 ha. Yi Chun suddenly let out a strange laugh. Following that, the sword flashed, and the throat was cut open. Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. 3 sword flashes flashed, and the demon general's body was cut into 3 pieces. Seeing this scene, everyone was shocked. This person was really a genius, and he even dared to kill the demon king. Who was he? All the demons looked at Yi Chun. While they were shocked, they wanted to know his identity. Even some of the Saint Tan tribe members who had returned were surprised to see him. After all, as the demon general said, the Saint Tan tribe had never produced a genius. Can I go now? Yi Chun shouted coldly at the crowd. The demon warriors did not dare to answer. The demon king was killed in one move. Who did they think they were? They might die before they even saw the move. Clack, clack, clack. Yi Chun walked to the gate and was about to leave. Wait! Suddenly, a powerful force descended and closed the gate. Yi Chun turned around and saw a person walking over. It was a demon emperor, brat from a Saint Tan tribe. You want to leave after killing someone? The demon emperor questioned coldly. He's the one who stopped me from passing. If I don't kill him, how can I pass? Yi Chun replied, all the gates are under martial law. Why are you passing alone? Picking herb. Ha ha. Do you think I'll listen to your nonsense? Take him down. The demon emperor ordered, and everyone charged forward. You're asking for death. Yi Chun's eyes turned cold and murderous. Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. A few more sword flashes, and many demons who rushed forward died on the spot. This time, no one rushed over. They were all just watching from the sidelines. How dare you kill people? The demon emperor was furious. He walked over and attacked Yi Chun. Clang! Yi Chun turned around and grabbed the demon emperor's sharp claws. No matter how the demon emperor released his demonic energy, he could not move. A mere demon emperor dares to attack me. No, you're that human cultivator. Someone shouted. Hearing this, everyone was shocked. HF. Chapter 18:13. He's Yi Chun, he's Yi Chun. Suddenly, countless voices shouted. Yi Chun's identity had been exposed. They did not expect that high talent would lead to many troubles. Yi Chun was exposed because his talent was too strong. You know who I am? Yi Chun looked at the Demon King with a sneer. I know. To be able to kill the Demon King in an instant and suppress me to this extent, you must be the human Yi Chun. The Demon King said with a trembling voice. Yi Chun smiled coldly and said, You're smart, but you'll die here too. Feeling Yi Chun's strong, murderous aura, the Demon King was shocked. Stop! Just when Yi Chun was about to make a move, dark clouds filled the sky and dark lightning rushed toward Yi Chun. Yi Chun's heart trembled and he flew back. He felt that the power of this lightning was not ordinary. Ha ha! Following that, wild laughter sounded and the demon lord arrived. Yi Chun, we meet again. The demon moon laughed at Yi Chun. It's you. Yi Chun looked at this person coldly and was cautious. I didn't expect that you didn't die from that palm. This time, I'll let you die without a burial place. How arrogant. Yi Chun was cold and calm. So what if he was facing the demon lord? He was no longer who he used to be. Boy, who did you learn to be so arrogant at such a young age? Do I need to learn? I'm me. Ridiculous. The demon lord frowned, and anger rose in his heart. He looked at Yi Chun as if he was looking at his biggest enemy in this life. Demon Lord, this boy can't be left alive. Seeing the demon lord arrive, the Demon King and the others retreated, especially the Demon King. It was as if he had just escaped with his life. Don't worry, I'll definitely kill this boy this time. The demon moon demon lord made up his mind. Yi Chun had ruined many of the demon race's plans. This time, he would go all out to kill him. I'm afraid you don't have the ability. Yi Chun sneered. Arrogant, you deserve to die. You have no chance against the demon lord. You're a madman. Under the leadership of the demon sovereign, the demon tribe constantly attacked Yi Chun verbally. However, none of them caught up because they knew very well that it would be too easy for Yi Chun to kill them. Yi Chun, I know you're very confident, but you've forgotten that this is the demon tribe's territory. So what? What do you think? Just as Demon Lord Demon Moon finished speaking, suddenly, the wind and clouds in the sky surged, the sun and moon dimmed, and another terrifying force descended. Ha ha! Little brat Yi Chun, here I come. Amidst the wild laughter, the desolate demon master descended. Yi Chun looked at this person with slight disdain. It was just as he had imagined. In order to hunt him down, all the demon clan's demon masters have been mobilized. Since you're all here, why don't you show yourselves together? He shouted towards the demons. Are the two of us not enough to take care of you? The desolate demon master said. It's really not enough. Yi Chun replied directly. You. The two demon masters were shocked at the same time, incomparably furious. They were the two great demon masters of the demon disaster area, but they were being mocked by a human brat in front of so many people. This was a great humiliation. If they did not kill Yi Chun today, they would lose all face. The Demon King and the others constantly boasted about the Demon Master's power and belittled Yi Chun. To Yi Chun, these were all nothingness, meaningless at all. Let's not talk nonsense with him. Kill this brat and hang his head above the demon city. Let those arrogant humans see what happens to him. That's right. The two demon masters nodded at the same time and flew toward Yi Chun. The battle began, and Yi Chun decisively accepted the challenge. Chi, chi, chi. With a wave of his hand, the immortal-slaying flying saber shot out forcefully. The demon master's figures moved in an instant, dodging the flying saber's light and pressing down on Yi Chun. Brat, die. Brat, watch this demon master's great divinity take you down. The two demon masters released the demon tribe's divinity at the same time. Instantly, demonic energy surged, and the entire space fell into darkness. The surrounding demonic souls were strange, flying back and forth like yakshas and evil spirits, making people feel extremely uneasy. Even the demon tribe warriors, feeling such power, also knelt on the ground, not daring to move. Demon tribes capturing hand, devouring heart. The desolate demon master released his divinity, grabbing with his large hand. Suddenly, it extended infinitely, like an evil dragon, pouncing toward Yi Chun. Ha, trash! Yi Chun attacked angrily. As he flew, he stepped down. Sky-shaking step. He suddenly kicked out, the force of his foot sweeping up a gale, hitting the evil dragon in the head. Rumble. Ouch! The desolate demon master's foot made a sound, and his large hand quickly retracted. The pain was unbearable. This is the power of a demon master? Yi Chun mocked. Bastard! The desolate demon master was humiliated, and he could not suppress his anger on the spot. Don't fall for it. This brat is very shrewd. The demon moon demon master said. All right. The desolate demon master could only admit defeat. If he continued, it would be even more disadvantageous for him. The demon tribe warriors were naturally shocked. The demon master attacked, and the demon tribe's great divinity was instantly stopped. What was this? Come, come, come. Yi Chun stood alone on the battlefield and made provocative gestures toward the two demon masters. Damn it, kill. This time, even the demon moon demon master was angry. He waved his hand, and instantly the power of space swept out. Then, in the dark space, a blade of black light was slowly pulled out. It was the demon moon blade. Slash! The demon moon blade slashed out, and a majestic demonic energy swept out, roaring continuously. The surrounding ghosts were attracted at the same time, and like vengeful ghosts, they chased after Yi Chun. You dare to come out and show your disgrace by using dishonest means? Yi Chun smiled coldly, raised his hands, and retracted his energy. Ah! With a long shout, the power of a lion's roar came out. True, Samadhi fire. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. The flame was like a dragon, burning everything. Those ghosts came into contact with the power of the true fire and instantly dissipated, useless. Seeing that his blade and ghosts were all destroyed by the true fire, the Demon Moon Demon Master was shocked. This brat is different from before. I wonder what cultivation method he used. Demon Moon said suspiciously. This brat is abnormal. We can't use common sense to think about him. Let's join forces. We can't wait. All right. The two demon masters finally put down their arrogance and prepared to join forces to kill the enemy. We should have attacked together long ago, wasting my time. Yichin stretched his back. He did not take them seriously at all. The crowd was in an uproar. Where was the power of the demon masters? Where was their dignity? The demons shook their heads. Was the glory of the demon clan coming to an end because of a puny human brat? At this moment, the Desolation Demon Master and the Demon Moon Demon Clan attacked at the same time. Immediately, the Demon Moon shone in the sky, and there was no life everywhere. Desolation Law destroy. The Desolation Demon Master released his demonic energy. Instantly, the surrounding space became barren, and the power of corrosion rushed toward Yichun. At the same time, the Demon Moon Demon Master activated the light of the Demon Moon, and the power of the Demon Moon Blade increased 100 times, killing without mercy. Chapter 18:14. At that moment, heaven and earth fell silent. The Desolation Demon Lord and the Demon Moon Demon Lord joined hands to deal with Yichun. This scene was unprecedented. The Demon Moon Blade radiated with cold light and murderous intent. It contained the powerful power of the Demon Clan's laws, like an evil beast that swore to devour Yichun. The Desolation Law contained a powerful corrosive power that ordinary people could not resist. With these two powerful forces attacking Yichun at the same time, no one thought that Yichun could survive the next second. Rumble. The two demon lords were determined to kill Yichun in front of everyone. Only then could they prove the superiority of the demon clan and regain their dignity. Otherwise, they would be utterly defeated and in despair. At this point in the battle, it was no longer a matter of face, but a serious battle of fate. The demon clan could not lose, and Yichun could not lose. Kill. The demon moon roared, and the Desolation Demon Lord roared. The two descended from the sky and attacked Yichun. Good. However, Yichun kept guffawing like a madman who was fearless. 9 transformations of the true spirit, gluttony, Qiongqi, swallow the world. Yichun used the power of the 9 transformations of the true spirit. Suddenly, the incomparably tall gluttony and Qiongqi demon statues came down from behind him. They were like peaks and mountains, towering and unshakable. Roar! The 2 giant beasts roared. Their mighty figures were like ghosts and gods. Such a strange phenomenon shocked everyone. No one knew what happened. They only saw a primordial beast appear behind Yichun as if it wanted to devour everything. Impossible! This boy would not dare to devour our power. Otherwise, he will die. The Demon Moon Demon Lord said. That's right. We have such great power. A puny human cultivator will explode and die if he forcefully absorbs it. The Desolation Demon Lord also shouted. In this way, Yichun's behavior was not a trap of his own making. The demons were overjoyed. This boy is arrogant. He wants to devour demonic energy to improve his cultivation base. What a joke. The 2 demon lords joined forces and released amazing abilities at the same time. Devouring such power will definitely kill him. This boy is too confident. Is he really going to devour so much demonic energy? Finally, this so-called human genius will fall in front of us. How delightful. The demon army celebrated and waited for Yichun's defeat. Boom! The might of the demonic moon demon master and the desolation demon master had arrived, pressuring Yichun. Roar! Behind Yichun, the primordial dual beasts were incomparably violent. They opened their huge mouths in a frenzy, as if they were going to devour everything. They did not care about the danger of exploding and dying at all. Ha ha ha. He was still laughing loudly, as if he did not approve of the two great demon masters and the demon masters' understanding of the battlefield. Such arrogance made the two great demon masters' hearts tremble. They did not know why Yi Chun was like this. Die. At a time like this, the two demon masters didn't think too much about it, and both of them released their auras at the same time. World-devouring whale. Yi Chun released the supreme grade devouring rune and worked with the two primordial ferocious beasts to devour the energy forcefully. Hoo. Boundless devil energy poured into the bodies of the two great beasts. Their bodies were as huge as the peaks of a mountain range, as vast as the ocean. As Yi Chun's Pandora demon ability continued to be infused, everyone became nervous. They were waiting for the scene of Yi Chun exploding and dying. Z. On Yi Chun's body, there really was an abnormal change. His body became extremely swollen like a balloon. This scene made the demon masters overjoyed. It was just as they predicted. Yi Chun could not withstand the Pandora demon ability of the two great demon masters, no matter what. Forcefully absorbing, it was courting death. Zila. Dark lightning appeared all over Yi Chun's body. His body began to collapse. Yi Chun let out an angry roar. His body stabilized, but he did not retreat. Ha. Yi Chun, boy, you're dead. Immediately surrender, and you still have a chance to live. The demon master said, Yes, boy, once you miss such an excellent opportunity, you'll regret it for the rest of your life. The Desolation demon master also said. They did not really want to give Yi Chun a chance to live. Instead, they wanted to save the demon race's face. They had to let everyone know that the human genius Yi Chun voluntarily surrendered. He was kneeling in front of them, like he was leading a lamb to surrender. Yi Chun was naturally aware of such a sinister plan. As a prodigy of a human race, the hope of the human race, how could he surrender? Don't even think about it. With an angry roar, Yi Chun continued to absorb the powerful Pandora demon ability. How stubborn. But it's useless. Our Pandora demon ability is like a torrential downpour. How can you dissolve it? Come die. Yes. Arrogant boy. In the end, you'll die under your own arrogance. This tragic result of your body exploding will be your end. The two great demon masters laughed wildly. They were finally going to subdue this human boy who had shaken the demon race. All hail the demon masters. Yi Chun, come die. Countless demon race warriors shouted this slogan, waiting for the demon masters to punish Yi Chun. At this moment, on the battlefield, Yi Chun's body showed signs of collapsing. All the demon race people were even happier. It was as if they saw the best hope. All success was in front of them. Roar. The two heaven-devouring beasts behind Yi Chun were still madly absorbing the Pandora demon ability. Such actions were puzzling. What's wrong with this boy? He's about to explode and die, but he's still forcibly absorbing the Pandora demon ability. Does he not want his life anymore? This boy's behavior is too abnormal. What's going on? Could it be that he still has some tricks up his sleeves? No way. Gradually, many demon race combatants began to wonder if Yi Chun was carrying out some kind of plan. They all reminded the demon masters, hoping that they could end Yi Chun as soon as possible. The demon masters were furious. They only said that they were juniors and did not understand the situation. They wanted to torture Yi Chun and make him submit. Only then would the demon race have face. Those demon race combatants could only shut up and wait for the result. Yi Chun, you don't have time. I'll give you one last chance to kneel on the ground and surrender, the Demon Moon Demon Master said. At this moment, the desolate Demon Master released his power again, suppressing Yi Chun. Ha, you idiots. You're still thinking about the result of your victory. You don't know that death is already in front of you, Yi Chun said. What a joke. Death will only find you. How can it fall on our heads? Are you stupid? Idiot demon, you deserve to die. At this moment, Yi Chun suddenly opened his eyes. The golden pupil flame was naturally released. It was clear that the power in his body had reached its peak. Roar! The gluttony and Xiongqi roared again. Finally, everything had come to an end. Yichen beat them at their own game. All the pretense was about to come to an end. I'm the descendant of an ancient god. With your puny power, you want me to explode and die? What a joke. Now, I'll let you have a taste of your own power. As soon as these words came out, the two demon masters immediately turned pale with fright. Chapter 18:15. In an instant, Yi Chan was like a demon god descending to the world. The demonic energy in his body was wild. He was a true demon. Roar! The two ancient beasts behind him turned into demonic energy and entered Yi Chen's body at the same time. The so-called ancient god body was all-encompassing, evolving all things and creating a world. It was not afraid of any power but could transform all types of power for its own use. This was a heaven-sent cauldron of good fortune. No artifact could match it. Therefore, facing the two demon masters' ultimate divine ability, Yi Chun had already thought about it. Not only would he make them return without accomplishing anything, but he would also greatly exhaust them and use their own energy to destroy them. Rumble! As the two beasts entered his body, the power in Yi Chen's body erupted completely. The demonic energy swept through the entire area. Instantly, countless demon tribe warriors were swept up and exploded on the spot. They wanted to see Chun explode and die, but now they exploded first. Such an interesting turn of events made the demon tribe fall into despair. How is this possible? The demonic moon demon master and the desolation demon master were completely dumbfounded. Yichen could not possibly accept the immense power of their divine abilities. No cultivation technique could do this, but Yichen was still alive at this moment. He was even using their demonic abilities to kill people. What was going on? They did not understand the superpower of Yi Chen's ancient god body. This was something they could not predict and understand at the same time. Standing in front of them was a cultivator who had cultivated his body to the extreme. Yi Chen shouted. The demonic energy in his body continued to explode. A large number of demons around him died. In the blink of an eye, there were 10,000. Although the demon tribe had a large population and their reproductive ability far exceeded the human tribe, Yi Chen harvested them like wheat. They could not bear it. Retreat! Retreat! The desolation demon master shouted. The many demon tribe warriors who were watching the show could only retreat quickly, not daring to stay. Ha ha ha! Yi Chen laughed like a judge of fate, judging everything about the demon tribe. You all know how powerful I am. D*M*. The two demon masters were annoyed at the same time. Their power was used by Yi Chen against their own warriors. This is just the beginning. Kill! Yi Chen's figure gradually floated into the air. The demonic energy in his body was like a tide, constantly exploding. As these demonic energy were absorbed from the two demon masters, Yi Chen did not care at all. What should we do? The demon moon demon asked with a trembling voice. This desolate devil master you is helpless. All I can do is send out a signal and summon the sovereign. The desolate demon master suddenly cut his finger and released his blood into the sky. The most noble totem of the demon race appeared. Yi Chen immediately noticed that something was off and pointed at the totem. Boom! Kacha, kacha, kacha! A powerful demonic energy attacked and instantly dispersed the totemic blood energy. Die, all of you! Yi Chen was furious. He turned around and charged toward the two great demon masters. Although the two demon masters had profound cultivation bases, they had used up too much of their supreme divine abilities to deal with Yi Chen. At this moment, they had no chance of winning against Yi Chen, so they could only flee. Run? Let's see where you can run to. Yi Chen was hot on his heels. How could he let someone who wanted to kill him go? Innate Qi Grand Capture. He conjured his devil energy, and in an instant, an incomparably huge devil claw of darkness appeared in front of him, grabbing at the Demon Moon Devil Clan. At this moment, the Demon Moon Devil Clan was like an ant on a hot pan. He could only keep running. However, the devil claw suddenly descended and grabbed him. Ha ha ha! Yi Chen laughed and looked at the Demon Moon Devil Clan in his hand, his eyes filled with murderous intent. No. The Demon Moon Devil Clan was still struggling, but his demonic energy consumption was too great. At the same time, Yi Chun was too powerful. How could he escape? A dignified demon master was now caught like an ant in Yi Chun's hand. That feeling was worse than death. Many of the demons saw this scene and were filled with grief. Even the demon masters were toyed with by Yi Chun. Were they? With a scream, the Demon Moon Devil Clan died under this powerful demonic energy. His body was torn apart by the Devil Claw, and the Demon Master died on the spot. All the Demon Masters were terrified. This Demon Master, this time he actually killed the Demon Master. I didn't believe it before, but now I see it with my own eyes. Yi Chun's strength is even above the Demon Master. How is this possible? Terrifying. For a time, Yi Chun became a synonym for terror in everyone's hearts. Everyone retreat. Seeing that the Demon Moon Devil Clan was dying in front of him, the Desolation Demon Master was shocked and no longer dared to take the initiative to attack Yi Chun. At this moment, Yi Chun walked forward and looked at the demons with a smile. How about it? Are you going to stop me now? As soon as this was said, no one dared to make a sound. Evil creature, how dare you be so arrogant? Just when Yi Chun was in control of the situation and everything was about to be settled, suddenly, a domineering voice came from the sky again. A stalwart and extraordinary demon master had descended. When everyone saw the demon master, they were ecstatic. This was the most powerful demon master in the demon disaster area, the Mad Emperor Demon Master. It's the Mad Emperor Demon Master. Great. Seeing the arrival of the Mad Emperor Demon Master, the Desolation Demon Master stepped forward to welcome him. Mad Emperor Demon Master, Demon Moon, he died in Yi Chun's hands, the Desolation Demon Master said. Sigh. Mad Emperor Demon Master sighed. His eyes were filled with anger as he looked at Yi Chun with a powerful killing intent. Good. The Demon Masters shouted one after another, welcoming the Mad Emperor Demon Master. As long as the Mad Emperor Demon Master was here, they still had hope. Desolation, follow me to kill this man. Mad Emperor Demon Master said. Yes. The Desolation Demon Master bowed and followed the Mad Emperor Demon Master to the battlefield. Yi Chun's eyes were locked on the Mad Emperor Demon Master. Suddenly, he felt an invisible force rushing toward him. The powerful force was clearly stronger than Demon Moon and Desolation. Yi Chun, how dare you go against the demon disaster area? You really don't know what's good for you. Mad Emperor Demon Master roared at Yi Chun. Who do you think you are? How dare you lecture me? Yi Chun said coldly. You, the Mad Emperor Demon Master, did not say anything. The Desolate Demon Master could not hold it in any longer and almost choked to death. This was the ruler of the demonic disaster area. Yi Chun still did not think much of him. He had no idea what level this brat had reached. Good boy. You are the first and last person to say such words in front of me. Mad Emperor Demon Master replied coldly. Is that so? Then let me see what you've got. I don't want to kill you so quickly. This guy is not only arrogant, he's a madman. Mad Emperor Demon Master was angered by Yi Chun. Chapter 18:16. What's the point of talking? Let's fight. Yi Chun stood alone in the battlefield, fearless. Since the other party wanted to kill him, he would fight to his heart's content. He wanted to walk out of this demon disaster zone with dignity. Kill. Mad Emperor attacked with a roar. For a moment, the entire earth shook as powerful demonic energy soared into the sky. Emperor dominates the world. The majestic voice burst out violently. In the sky, demonic energy turned into countless demon generals and demon warriors, all rushing toward Yi Chun like thousands of demon tribe troops. Such momentum instantly caused the demon tribe to gasp in admiration. All right, let's kill this human. He's dead. Everyone was shocked by the Mad Emperor Demon Lord's momentum and thought that Yi Chun would die. However, Yi Chun was fearless and did not dodge. Instead, he calmed his body and circulated his spiritual chi. Spiritual Qi quickly flowed in his meridians. Yi Qin's entire body entered a high-speed state, and the strength of his energy soared. Ancient God Body. Yi Qin roared, and the powerful energy in his body exploded like a lion's roar or a dragon's roar. Roar. The powerful energy turned into a heavenly dragon roar and spread in all directions. Boom, boom, boom. In the space, the impact between the energy was extremely violent, creating countless explosions. The demon tribe retreated 1,000 feet, not daring to move forward. The army formed by demonic energy shattered under the heavenly dragon roar and turned into nothingness. In the end, they saw that Yi Qin was still standing on the battlefield, not moving at all. Such an arrogant act shocked the two demon masters at the same time. The Desolation Demon Lord was shocked and looked at the Mad Emperor Demon Lord. This kid is difficult to deal with. The Mad Emperor Demon Lord locked his cold eyes on Yi Qin. Before coming, he was prepared to fight with Yi Qin, but he did not expect his opponent to be so powerful. His attack contained various demonic energy and even the supreme laws of the demon tribe. He did not expect Yi Qin to be able to resist it. He gradually realized that Yi Qin's cultivation method was very special. Kid, what cultivation method do you have to be able to resist my Emperor dominates the world? The Mad Emperor Demon Lord asked. There's no harm in telling you. Mad Emperor Demon Lord, I cultivate the ancient God Body. It's a holy technique that you can't imagine. You want to harm me with your demonic energy? You. The Mad Emperor Demon Lord was furious. The other party was looking down on him too much. Emperor Madness Demon Master, please calm down. This kid said that he cultivates the ancient God Body. Have you heard of it? Desolation Demon Master asked. I've never heard of it. This ancient God Body seems to have a restraining effect on my demonic arts. It won't be easy to break through. Desolate, what do you mean? Looks like I'll have to use my demon race's forbidden technique. Could it be that you want to? Mad Emperor Demon Master was shocked. He turned back to look at the devil army, his heart pounding. If it was as the Desolate Demon Master said, then they would all be thinking of this. Di Kuang could not bear to do it. Mad Monarch Demon Master, in order to eliminate this scourge of the demon race, we have to do this. This kid is already so powerful now. If we let him continue to develop, who knows how powerful he will become in the future. This is something we can't wait for. Sigh, that's the only way. Then let's sacrifice them. Mad Emperor Demon Master looked at the crowd behind him and continued. Everyone, are you willing to sacrifice yourselves for the great cause of the demon race? We are willing. Everyone expressed their agreement. Then I'm sorry. Mad Emperor Demon Master grabbed with his hand. Instantly, everyone floated into the void. What are you doing, Mad Emperor Demon Master? We're all loyal people. Why are you doing this? Everyone had thought that they were going to do something, but floating directly and losing their self-control was obviously to kill them. Instantly, countless demon warriors fell into a panic. They wanted to struggle, but it was useless. This was completely different from what they had imagined. They wanted to be loyal and fight, but now it seemed like they were going to be killed by their own people. Lord Demon Master, spare us. Countless demon warriors began to beg for mercy, but things had already begun. Mad Emperor could not stop. Everyone, give your lives for the great cause of the demon race. After saying that, Mad Emperor Demon Master grabbed with his hand. Suddenly, demonic energy filled the sky, and endless blood fell from the sky. Seeing such a strange scene, Yi Qin revealed a look of interest. He did not expect the demons to be so sinister, using the blood of their own warriors to create an opportunity. However, he also understood that the other party might be using some forbidden technique. Otherwise, they would not be so ruthless. Yi Qin released his ancient god might and waited. Rumble. At this moment, heaven and earth shook, lightning flashed, and thunder roared. The two demon masters had joined forces to activate the demon race's forbidden technique formation. They constantly chanted incantations, with Mad Emperor Demon Master as the leader and Desolation Demon Master as the assistant. The two of them constantly drew the blood of the demon warriors and began to summon demons. "Come out, demon race war soul ripper." Mad Emperor stretched out his hands and continuously released demonic energy, at the same time releasing the blood of the two demon masters. Roar! Suddenly, the sky and earth were shrouded in black clouds, and a lightning gate hovered in the black clouds. "Come out, demon race war soul ripper." The desolation demon master summoned at the same time. The blood of the two demon masters, together with the sacrifice of thousands of demon warriors, triggered the most terrifying change. Roar! Within the black clouds, endless roars came, each roar shaking people's hearts. Some of the survivors in the distance heard the roars and were even more frightened. They had heard that the demon race had a forbidden technique that could summon the Ripper from the demon realm to destroy everything. Who would have thought that today, in order to kill Yi Chun, the demon masters would really summon the Ripper? Rumble! The sky and earth shook, and between the black clouds, a giant demon the size of a mountain descended. The huge shockwave swept across the battlefield, and many demons were killed on the spot. The remaining few demons retreated, not daring to move forward. At this moment, Yi Chun saw the true appearance of the Ripper. It was a dark demon ape, as tall as a mountain. Its body was covered in a layer of black blood, and it was incomparably terrifying. "Yi Chun, ha, you're dead." Desolation Demon Master laughed. The Mad Emperor Demon Master chanted an incantation, and the Ripper stomped on the ground. Instantly, the earth cracked, and the sun and moon lost their light. "Kill him." He gave the order, and the Ripper aimed at Yi Chun and began to run. Seeing such a violent demon, Yi Chun was also shocked. "Come on!" Yi Chun roared, and his ancient god body exploded with endless power. He flew up and rushed toward the black ape. Clang! The two fists collided. One was the size of a small house, and the other was the size of a normal human's fist. Although the proportions were not balanced, they both had the power to shake the heavens and earth. Rumble! The Ripper's fist collided with Yi Chun, and in an instant, an extremely strong energy exploded, destroying countless mountains. Chapter 1817. Rumble! The huge shockwave made Yi Chun retreat rapidly. He did not expect the Ripper to be so powerful. It was indeed a creature from the demonic realm that cost the blood of tens of thousands of demonic warriors. The demonic realm creatures are so terrifying. Destroying the demonic cauldron was the right choice. The humans are in danger now. Yi Chun was determined. No matter what this demon was, he had to destroy it. Otherwise, who knew how many people it would kill? Ha! Yi Chun, what do you think? The Mad Emperor Demon Lord laughed. "Mad Emperor, old man, you're not my match at all with the help of this demon." Yi Chun mocked. "Oh, is that so? Ha! Don't even think about provoking us. I can kill you with the Ripper. We're just here to watch the show. What do you think?" "Yes, little Yi Chun, if you die here, the human clan will lose a prodigy. There'll be no way for them to rise again." The Mad Emperor Demon Lord and the Desolation Demon Lord kept their composure and did not respond to Yi Chun's mockery. It seemed that the other party was very confident in the Ripper's strength. Then, he would shatter their confidence. Yi Chun roared, his voice shaking 1,000 miles. Such powerful physical strength made the fiends fall into a state of shock. This kid's ancient god body is really powerful. Can he really fight the Ripper? Di Kwang said doubtfully. "Don't worry, Mad Emperor Demon Lord. The Ripper is a creature from the demonic realm. Its strength is beyond our imagination. This time, it will definitely kill Yi Chun." "I hope so." Di Kwang looked at the battlefield in front of him, still feeling uneasy. Yi Chun was too monstrous. His entire body exuded the might of the heavenly path. On the battlefield, the Ripper roared and charged at Yi Chun. "Kill!" Yi Chun flew up again and threw a punch. Void quake. Powerful energy blended into the void, and the shockwave moved forward, trying to shatter the demon's bones and muscles. Rumble! The huge shockwave turned into energy and entered the demon's body. Roar! The demonic creature continued to roar angrily. It was actually fearless and continued to charge forward. What? Yi Chen frowned. He did not expect the demon to be so violent. It was not affected by the shockwave at all. Dong, dong, dong. The loud footsteps were earth-shattering. Yi Chen felt immense pressure. He flew up and unleashed a heaven-shaking stomp. Clang! Yi Chen kicked the demon's head, but the demon stabilized its body and was not affected. It grabbed at Yi Chen. Go! Yi Chen relied on the reaction force to fly out, causing the demon to grab nothing but air. This kind of demon is really troublesome. Immortal slaying flying saber. Yi Chen waved his hands, and the shadow of a saber instantly appeared. So. The saber lights were like raindrops, constantly attacking the demonic creature's body. The immortal slaying flying saber was still stable. Wherever the saber light passed, blood flowed. Although the demonic creature's armor was thick, it could not resist the might of immortal slaying. What? Ripper was actually injured? The desolate Devil Master was shocked. Ha ha! What's there to be surprised about? Such a small injury is nothing to me, Mad Emperor Demon Master said with a smile. Following that, everyone saw the Ripper's wounds heal at a speed visible to the naked eye. Ah! Everyone exclaimed in admiration. This recovery speed was too terrifying. Seeing the Ripper's wounds heal, Yi Chen's heart was filled with anger. Roar! The Ripper attacked again, charging at Yi Chen. Oomph! This Ripper has the strength of a demon lord. It will not lose to Yi Chen, Mad Emperor Demon Master said. Everyone turned pale with fright. Strength above the Demon Master. This was too terrifying. Was the Devil World really so shocking? A lacerator that descended to the mortal world already had the strength of a Devil Lord. If a supreme expert of the Devil World descended to the mortal world, what would that be like? Netherworld Finger, 6 paths of reincarnation fist, burning sky, and melting earth palm. Yi Chen used the ancient god body to support himself and used the 3 ultimate skills at the same time. Rumble. In an instant, the sky and earth were blown away, and the sun, moon, and stars were startled. At this moment, powerful finger energy, fist energy, and palm energy shot out at the same time, heading straight for the Ripper. Roar. The Ripper let out an angry roar. Its body shone with a dark light. In an instant, demonic energy rose to the sky, and its battle intent soared. Dong, dong, dong. The Ripper's fist energy shot out in a frenzy, taking on Yi Chen's 3 ultimate skills head-on. Rumble. The ground cracked 3,000 feet, and the sky shattered 90,000 feet. Yi Chen felt the powerful energy rebounding back at him. He quickly used the ancient god body to resist. Rumble. Relying on the strength of his body, Yi Chen took the attack head-on. Dong, dong, dong. Yi Chen retreated quickly, smashing through several mountains. Ha ha ha, this kid must die. Before the Ripper, Yi Chen was a piece of trash. How can a human fight against the Demon Realm Ripper? Seeing such a scene, all the surviving Devil Warriors began to cheer in joy. They thought that the Lacerators had already won. Mad Emperor Demon Master nodded slightly. Such a shockwave is enough to kill a peak void refinement cultivator. Although this kid's cultivation base is deep, he is definitely not peak void refinement. He must die. Desolation Demon Master nodded. This kid has been a scourge of the demon race for a long time. This is his fate. Although thousands of demon warriors were sacrificed, their sacrifice was worth it. The two nodded to each other, paying their respects to the sacrificed demon warriors. Inside the dark mountain, the flames of war were still burning. Only the sound of fire could be heard. This was where Yi Chen had fallen. Clatter, clatter, clatter. The demons flew over, led by Mad Emperor Demon Master and Desolation Demon Master. They wanted to find Yi Chen's body. Oomph. Don't tell me he was burned to ashes. Mad Emperor Demon Master said. Ha, that's for the best. Saves us the trouble of looking for him. Desolation Demon Master said. At this moment, a few demon warriors walked into the ruins, looking for Yi Chen's body. Kacha, kacha, kacha. Suddenly, a rock rolled down from somewhere, making a cracking sound on the ground. Everyone's heart skipped a beat. Everyone looked at the place where the sound came from. It was still dark without any light. They could not see anything. Nothing, keep looking. A demon shouted. Yes. They continued to search. Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. Suddenly, a demon saw two red lights in front of them. What is that? The demon shouted. Then, he felt his body shiver and was split in half. Who is it? Mad Emperor Demon Master shouted angrily. Under the dim light, everyone saw the truth. The two red lights were Yi Chen's eyes. At this moment, Yi Chen's body was bleeding, emitting a murderous light. On his hands, wolf claws opened. Oh no, this kid is not dead. Chapter 1818. The killing light was swift and fierce, scarlet and bloody. At this moment, a majestic figure walked out from the ashes of the flames of war. Ghosts and gods descended, shocking the heavens and earth. Be careful, Mad Emperor Demon Master shouted. But it was already too late. The killing light flew out like a meteor chasing after the sun, unable to reach it in the blink of an eye. Chi, chi, chi. A few cold lights flashed past, and blood splattered everywhere. Countless Demon Master warriors died on the spot. Blood flowed like a river, and killing intent filled the air. The entire battlefield fell into a state of slaughter. Kill! Yi Chen's eyes flashed with crimson lightning. The immortal slaying flying saber hovered beside him, constantly spinning. Each time it spun, it released several saber gleams. These saber gleams transformed into wolf claws, sharp teeth, and ferocious beasts that slaughtered all the demon clan members. Oh no! Sounds of pain, shrill cries, and sorrowful wails rose and fell, and it seemed to have become purgatory on earth. This child's bloodthirst surpasses our devil race by several times. Kill him. Mad Emperor Demon Master was shocked and gave the order to kill. Kill. The demons were shocked by Yi Chen's murderous nature. They unleashed their divine abilities and secret techniques, wanting to kill him. Unparalleled ancient god. Yi Chen's eyes shone with primordial light. His ancient god body appeared once again. At this moment, he unleashed the power of a one-star ancient god. Everything was under his control. He was the ruler of this world. Void killing, blade light purgatory. Yi Chen tossed out the immortal slaying, flying saber. The endless saber gleam transformed into a bloodthirsty killer that cut flesh and blood. The saber gleam transformed into a shadow that killed everyone. Chi, chi, chi. Boom, boom, boom. The saber light was limitless and merciless. For a moment, the entire space fell into a state of destruction. Only death awaited the demons. Demon catastrophe. Seeing this, the Mad Emperor Demon Master no longer hesitated and used his strongest law of truth. Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. Dark light gathered around him, and powerful rank 9 mage webs manifested. These demonic marks activated the demonic energy of heaven and earth, opening a gate to the demonic world. Endless demonic energy seeped out from the demonic world, entering the body of the Mad Emperor Demon Master. At this moment, he was the ruler of the demonic world. Seeing this, many demon clan masters offered their demonic abilities to the Mad Emperor Demon Master. He was their last hope to kill Yi Chen. Roar! At the same time, Ripper started to roar as it absorbed the might of the devil world and charged forward. So. However, at this moment, Yi Chen was moving forward quickly. He was much faster than before. With just a few movements, he managed to shake off the Ripper's pursuit. Riding the wind, Yi Chen unleashed his greatest speed. There was wind under his feet and by his ears. There was wind all over his body. He rode the wind and executed the killing style. Chi, chi, chi. Wherever the blade passed, no matter how thick the armor was, it would be sliced apart. The Ripper's defense was completely destroyed. 9 changes of real spirit, sky-devouring roar, dragon chimera. Relying on the endless supply of energy from the ancient god body, Yi Chen released 2 primordial ferocious beasts at the same time. Suddenly, heaven and earth shook and the sun and moon sank. The entire world became even more chaotic. Roar! The sky-devouring roach, dragon chimera, demonic shadows, and primordial chi burst out, all rushing towards the Ripper. Sharp fangs and bloody devouring. The two ferocious beasts instantly locked onto Lacerator, causing him to be unable to move. The desolate demon lord revealed a look of despair. The strongest Ripper was controlled by Yi-chun. How could they defeat such a violent person? Kill. At this moment, a dark demonic blade appeared in the mad Emperor Demon Lord's hand, absorbing endless demonic energy. Demonic blade sacrifice. Heaven and earth blade. Rumble. An incomparably huge dark blade descended from the sky. It was like the strongest judgment condensed by dark force. Its target was Yi-chun. At this moment, Yi-chun's eyes turned cold. Star-plucking palm. Yi-chun reappeared with the boundless majesty of the ancient god body. A huge palm descended from the sky and instantly caught the blade of the demonic blade. What? The mad Emperor Demon Lord was shocked. His ultimate blade had been caught by the opponent's great divinity. How was this possible? How high was this person's cultivation base to be able to catch his ultimate blade? Why? Does the heavens want the demon clan to die? The mad Emperor Demon Lord, a man of unparalleled arrogance, was now being beaten by Yi-chun to the point of crying. This was a rare sight. The demon clan fell into despair. Even more despair came. The Ripper, the strongest fighting machine that the mad Emperor Demon Lord and the other demons had summoned from the demon realm, had now completely become a meal for the sky-devouring roar and the dragon chimera. Yi-chun's ancient god body, the ultimate divine and demonic dual extremities and massive demonic energy entered Yi-chun's body at the same time. Roar. With the final feast, the Ripper was completely destroyed under a ferocious roar, biting and devouring. Hiss, hiss, hiss. Endless demonic energy entered Yi-chun's body, making his demonic energy like a demon lord. Hiss, hiss, hiss. Dark lightning flickered all over Yi-chun's body. He released his demonic energy, and the sky-devouring roar and the dragon chimera instantly returned to his body. Ha ha! You ants! Now I'm the real demon lord. Yi-chun was incomparably domineering. It was as if the demon lord had descended. All the demons present were completely shocked by this demonic energy and knelt down to worship him. Demon Lord, Demon Lord, Demon Lord. Even many Demon Clan warriors have been shocked by Yi-chun's strength and subdued. They all addressed Yi-chun as Demon Lord. The Desolation Demon Lord was completely stunned. As the highest leader of the Demon Lord, he was so shocked by Yi-chun's strength that he could not move. Damn it, this kid is difficult to deal with. Retreat immediately. The mad Emperor Demon Lord knew that it was impossible to kill Yi-chun unless he summoned a stronger existence from the demon realm. Otherwise, it would be suicide. Retreat. He immediately gave the order to retreat. Dong, dong, dong. Many demons got up and retreated toward the rear. Demonic saber sacrifice. Moral decapitation. At the same time, the mad Emperor Demon Lord once again took out the demonic saber. It was a powerful strike, the best for retreat. Useless move. Yi-chun activated his ancient god power and grabbed with his hand. Instantly, the saber light shattered and the demonic energy turned into nothingness. Looking at the demon lord's fleeing figure, Yi-chun smiled coldly. Demon Clan Ant, how dare you stop me? Ridiculous, ridiculous. With that, Yi-chun flew up to the sky. A flying magical beast appeared under his feet, willing to be his flying mount. Such a feat was too shocking. Soon, Yi-chun's actions were known by the people of the spirit realm and were written about. A day later, outside the Peak of Bliss. Ha, fellow Yi, welcome back, welcome back. The Patriarch of Hell and the blissful scholar came out to welcome him. Of course, there were 3,000 beauties following behind them. They were all here to admire Yi-chun's majestic appearance. Roar. Suddenly, the angry roar of a magical beast came from the sky. Everyone was shocked and looked up at the sky. It was a double-winged demon dragon carrying Yi-chun back. This demon dragon is arrogant and invincible. It's willing to submit to Yi-chun? Chapter 1819. Everyone was shocked to see Yi Chun descend on the demonic dragon. This demonic dragon is one of the most ferocious monsters in the demonic realm. To think that it would submit to Yi Chun, it means that Yi Chun's demonic energy cultivation base is very high. The patriarch exclaimed. Blissful Scholar looked at the sky and was also shocked. Indeed, even I can't control this demonic dragon because my cultivation method is wrong. Yi Chun seems to be cultivating both immortality and demonic energy. It's rare to see such a genius. Ha ha, junior brother, you're right. Yi Chun cultivates the immortal demon rotation method. An ordinary person's body can't withstand the power of the immortal demon. However, Yi Chun's cultivation method is very special and can withstand such power. That's why he could hide his identity and kill so many people in the demonic disaster area. Great, Blissful Scholar exclaimed. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. At this moment, demonic energy filled the sky and the wind swept. Many people who didn't know thought that the demon lord had arrived. When they looked up, they realized that it was Yi Chun riding the demonic dragon. After landing, Yi Chun pointed at the demonic dragon. Instantly, the demonic dragon's energy weakened and the demonic energy dissipated. He came down from the demonic dragon and saw the patriarch and Blissful Scholar. My two friends, I Yi Chun am back. Yi Chun smiled at the two. Yi Chun is indeed peerless. You killed your way into the demonic disaster area alone and faced the 3 demon lords. Such a magnificent feat. We admire you. Blissful Scholar personally went forward to welcome him. Previously, he only thought that Yi Chun was a genius, but this time, he saw Yi Chun's super strength. It was not something an ordinary genius could compare to. There are countless almighty beings in the human race, but not many were able to leave their names in history. Only those who possessed extraordinary strength and a vigorous spirit will be able to leave their names in the annals of history. Yi Chun obviously had these conditions. His name had spread in the spirit realm and the demonic disaster area. When Yi Chun was mentioned, demons trembled and people in the spirit realm praised him. Yi Chun, this time, I'm very confident in you. The patriarch said. Huh, thank you, patriarch. The 3 entered the euphoria adversity. In the main hall, Yi Chun and the other 2 sat down. The patriarch stepped forward and asked with a smile, Daoist Yi, hurry up and tell us what you did in the demon disaster area. We're all ears. That's right. I also want to know how fellow Yi fought against the 3 great devil lords. Blissful Scholar followed up. Yi Chun looked at both of them and nodded. This time, entering the demon disaster area is just to return a favor. You all know that when Dugu was imprisoned, she took good care of me. Her brother was indeed killed by me. But the situation was special at that time. That devil cultivator wanted to sneak attack me, so I had no choice but to kill him. Later on, I changed into Dugahan's appearance and entered the Holy Shadow tribe. That's how these things happened. Upon hearing this, the Blissful Scholar and the patriarch nodded. They were very impressed by Yi Chun's loyalty. For cultivators, friendship was a very precious thing. If a person was heartless, no matter how powerful he would still be a scourge. After that, I rescued Dugu and told her everything about her brother. With that, I'm even with her and have nothing to do with her. Well said. Whether you're a human or a demon, there's nothing wrong with friendship. Yi Chun, I support you this time. The patriarch said. Entering the demon disaster area naturally attracted the 3 great devil lords' pursuit. These 3 were the last of the demon lords and were very powerful. However, they were no match for me. Among them, I killed the Demon Moon Demon Lord while the Mad Emperor Demon Lord and the Desolation Demon Lord escaped. Hearing this, the Patriarch and Blissful Scholar were shocked. Fellow Yi Chun killed the Demon Lords. This is a great contribution to our human clan, the Patriarch said. Previously, he and the Blissful Scholar had entered the demon disaster area and fought the Demon Masters to a standstill. They had not been able to kill the Demon Masters. Now, Yi Chun had killed one of them while facing 3 Demon Masters. This was too shocking. The Demon Tribe invaded the human clan's territory and slaughtered the people of the human clan. Such evil acts have angered the human clan. As a human genius, killing the demon lords is something I must do. It's not a big deal. The blissful scholar and the old ancestor looked at each other, their faces filled with admiration. At this moment, Yi-chan was no longer a kid who had just entered the spirit level. He was a human almighty through and through. Fellow Yi-chan, such shocking news must be spread to the other major sects immediately. This way, the rise of our human clan will be today, the blissful scholar said. Well said, well said. Junior brother, take action now. The patriarch said. Yes. The blissful scholar nodded slightly, and then called his messenger. Spread this news immediately, and let the heaven-trampling sect and other major sects know. Yes, master. The messenger nodded, took the message Jade token, and flew away. Soon, the news of Yi-chan fighting the 3 demon lords and killing one of them spread in the spirit realm. Many people who admired Yi-chan before were now bursting with excitement when they saw this news. People were talking about Yi-chan everywhere, regardless of the major sects or small sections. This was because when the major sects received the news, they would immediately pass it to their affiliated sects. This way, 1 to 10, 10 to 100, the news immediately blew up in the entire spirit realm. The spirit-level people were bullied by the demon tribe. This time, someone could kill everyone in the demon disaster area and kill the demon lords. This news was too shocking. Senior Yi-chan is really an almighty. The human clan is saved. Yes, there were many human almighties before, but to be able to do what Senior Yi-chan did was unprecedented. Even when the heaven-trampling patriarch joined forces with the other patriarchs to enter the demon disaster area, they didn't have such an effect. In the end, they had to struggle to escape. I really want to meet such a godly person. Yi-chan's reputation was completely spread throughout the spirit realm. On the blissful peak, Yi-chan was not in the mood to relax because the demon tribe's action of searching for the demonic cauldron was very obvious. The patriarch and the blissful scholar could see Yi-chan's inner emotions. Fellow Yi, is there anything else that makes you feel heavy? The patriarch asked. Yi-chan nodded slightly and told them about the demon tribe's search for the demonic cauldron. Demonic cauldron? The patriarch and the blissful scholar both became serious. This demonic cauldron is a cauldron that stores demonic psyche. It's made from the bodies of demons. This is no small matter, the blissful scholar said. That's right, the patriarch thinks so too. Although fellow Yi said that you destroyed many demonic cauldrons, this time you entered the demon cauldron alone and killed the demon lords. This has a great impact on the demon tribe. They'll definitely stake it all on this. That's what I'm worried about. Chapter 1820. Demon Disaster Area, Demon Race Great Hall, Hateful, Hateful. Emperor Fury Demon Master roared in anger. The desolate Devil Lord shook his head and said, I didn't expect that this brat would still escape. Even Lacerator couldn't stop him. This kid's talent is too strong. He has already crushed the geniuses of our devil race. If we want to subdue him, we can only borrow the power of the devil world. But all the demonic cauldrons we found were destroyed by this kid. Humph, then let's continue searching. Our demon race's territory is vast, and there are many races. There must be a more suitable one. This time, I will summon the primordial spirit of the demon world's almighty to descend to the mortal world. We must kill this brat. All right, the desolate demon master nodded and proceeded with this matter. The blissful climax. Junior brother, are you really going to undergo the tribulation? Of course, this tribulation cannot be delayed. 100 years of cultivation is now. All right, I will definitely support you. The blissful scholar's heavenly tribulation was a major event. As his senior brother, Patriarch Yellow Spring naturally had to protect him. Fellow Taoist Blissful, I'll protect you with the Patriarch this time. I hope you succeed in transcending your tribulation. Yi-chan added, Thank you, fellow Yi-chan, senior brother. Blissful Scholar bowed to both of them. We're all on the same side. Don't stand on ceremony. All right, let's go. The Blissful Scholar was very decisive. He brought the two of them to a secret place 1,000 miles away from the back mountain of the Blissful Summit. The blissful scholar had spent half a year looking for this place to undergo the heavenly tribulation. The spiritual energy was abundant, and the surrounding environment was suitable for him to undergo the heavenly tribulation. Yi Chun and the Patriarch of Hell guarded the outer perimeter while the blissful scholar entered the secret cave. "What do you think about Junior Brother's tribulation this time around?" the old ancestor asked. Yi Chun waved his hand and said, "The blissful scholar has a profound cultivation base and a strong foundation. It's not a problem for him to wait for this day." "You sure are optimistic. A cultivator's tribulation is a matter of life and death. It is not that easy. We're just creating an environment where no one will disturb him. We'll leave the rest to him." "That's right. Cheers." The patriarch took out a wine glass and passed it to Yi Chun as he spoke. "You really are an old drunkard." Yi Chun shook his head, but took the wine glass anyway. The patriarch's wine was good wine. It was excellent for health, especially in that aspect. The patriarch had done a lot of research. Yi Chun felt refreshed as soon as the wine went down his throat. Subsequently, his scalp went numb and the chi and blood in his body surged. Old ancestor, your wine is really strong." "Ha ha, but it is useful." The patriarch gave Yi Chun a knowing look as he spoke and began drinking again. Subsequently, Yi Chun found a peak and sat cross-legged on it. Although his ancient god body had reached the phenomenal success stage, he still needed to fuse with his previous cultivation technique to adapt to the domineering power of the ancient god body. Yi Chun absorbed the spiritual chi energy around him and manipulated the void. A cauldron suddenly appeared in the air. This cauldron was formed from spiritual chi, and it was used to concoct spiritual pills. Refining pills in the void. The spiritual energy in the surroundings continued to gather toward the cauldron that Yi Chun was controlling. Soon, the density of the spiritual energy grew, forming the shape of a pellet. Yi Chun closed his eyes and focused. He performed a hand seal to balance the power of the dragon and tiger and condensed it into a pill. Looking at the pill in his hand, Yi Chun nodded slightly. The blissful scholar is really amazing to be able to find a place with such rich spiritual chi for me to refine pills in the void. Very good. After Yi Chun consumed the pill, his meridians and chi and blood flowed smoothly, and the flow of spiritual energy in his body improved. Then, the immortal slaying flying saber floated in the air, shining brightly as it monitored the surroundings. Although Yi Chun's eyes were closed, the surrounding situation entered his mind. It was a strategy to determine victory from 1,000 miles away. At this moment, the news of the blissful scholar's ascension had also been received by the demon tribe's secret agents. Tap, tap, tap. In the main hall of the demon disaster area, hurried footsteps could be heard. "Bad news, Demon Lord. What's the panic?" the Mad Emperor Demon Lord asked. "The blissful scholar is undergoing ascension," the demons said. "What?" The Mad Emperor Demon Lord was shocked. As expected, the blissful scholar began to undergo ascension after Yi Chun wreaked havoc in the demon disaster area and heavily injured the demon tribe. This was the perfect timing. If he succeeded, the demon tribe would be in danger. "What should we do?" Just as the Mad Emperor Demon Master was in a daze, the desolate Demon Master suddenly walked into the hall. "Desolate Demon Lord, the blissful scholar is undergoing his tribulation. What do you think we should do?" "Mad Emperor Demon Lord, I found the demonic tripod." "Demonic tripod? Ha ha! The heavens really haven't forsaken my devil race." "Great, great." Mad Emperor Demon Master's sorrow turned into joy. As long as he could find the demonic cauldron, he would be able to perform a blood sacrifice to the demon Sivaray and summon the primordial spirits of the demon world. After that, Di Kwang and Desolate came to a small house together. There was a fiend son in his teens in this small house. He was the perfect human furnace. "Kid, what's your name?" Di Kwang asked. "Han Ming." "Very good. Today is the day you will dedicate yourself to the demon race. Come." Di Kwang brought the Devil's Son and Desolate to the front of the altar. This place was the back of the demon race's great hall. The surroundings were sinister and terrifying, and demonic chi swirled about. "What do you want me to do?" Demonic Son asked. Huh, you will know in a while. Di Kuang gave Desolate a look. The latter nodded slightly and pointed at the Devil Son's neck. The Devil Son felt dizzy and fell to the ground. The Desolate Demon Master brought the Devil Son to the altar and placed him in the center. Sigh, this kid is talented, but for the future of the demon race, we have to sacrifice him. The Mad Emperor Demon Master shook his head and started chanting. Demonic soul summoning, heaven and earth changing, demon world, Baluo, demon world. As he chanted the incantation, a gate to the demon realm suddenly appeared in the dark space. This door was made from the head of a ghost king. When it opened its mouth, the door to the demon world was activated. Blood guidance, demonic Luo reveal. The Mad Emperor Demon Master pointed at the Devil Son and channeled strong demonic energy into it. Instantly, the altar's formation was activated. TSS, TSS, TSS. As demonic energy was channeled, countless demonic insects crawled out of the altar and started eating the Devil Son's body. The Devil Son, who was dizzy, suddenly woke up in pain. The Desolate Demon Master was shocked. He did not expect the Devil Son to be so talented that he could actually wake up from his technique. Suppress him, the Mad Emperor Demon Master said. Yes, the Desolate Demon Master released demonic energy to suppress the Devil Son. From the face of death, the Devil Son's potential exploded and he resisted. Fall for me. A strong demonic energy suppressed him. A demonic claw grabbed the Devil Son's body and pressed him on the altar. Chi, chi, chi. Countless demonic insects started eating the Devil Son again. The scene was tragic. You bunch of bastards, I will not let you off. The Devil Son cursed. It was a curse at the last moment of his life. The Desolate Demon Master looked into the Devil Son's eyes and felt like he had fallen into an abyss. Chapter 1821. This kid is strange. We can't be affected by him. Emperor Madness Demon Master shouted loudly. Yes, the Desolate Demon Master hurriedly gathered his thoughts and released the demon race's mental cultivation method, returning to his original heart. Kill. The Demon Son was bitten by the 10,000 bugs and instantly went crazy. He released his power, and the surrounding space fell into a state of 10,000 souls crying. Damn it, what's wrong with this kid? Haha, the more difficult it is to deal with, the more valuable it is, and the more powerful the almighty being it summons will be. We should be happy. Di Kuang sneered. All right. The Desolate Demon Lord's eyes turned cold as he forcefully activated his technique. Instantly, demonic energy surged into the sky and suppressed the Demon Son. The demonic son let out a painful cry and finally died under the 10,000 bugs. His body gradually changed. He was actually being reconstructed in the blood of 10,000 insects. Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. Dark lightning flickered. Within the demonic gate, the power of the demonic world was connected. May the demon world's almighty beings descend. Mad Emperor Demon Master brought Desolate Demon Master along and knelt on the ground, worshipping the demon world. Within the demonic gate, the demonic energy was extremely pure, completely different from the demonic disaster area. It was the demonic energy of the demonic world. Your hearts are already in my heart. Di Kuang and Desolate were overjoyed. They had finally summoned the devil world's almighty to the mortal world. ZZZ. Suddenly, a demonic thought rushed out from the ghost gate and rushed towards the blood pool on the altar. The demonic sense entered the blood pool, and immediately, raging waves of blood surged. His body, which had been eaten by thousands of bugs, started to recover. However, his appearance was different. He was in the form of a great demon. ZZZ. Suddenly, the demon opened his eyes. The transfer was successful. I am Ghost Demon Luo, one of the 12 protectors of the devil world. Today, I receive your summons and came here. What request do you have? In midair, the great demon's figure floated. He had 2 legs on his head and 3 heads and 6 arms. He was the demon world's protector, Ghost Demon Luo. Greetings, Lord Ghost Demon Luo. Mad Emperor Demon Master and Desolate Demon Master knelt on the ground, paying their respects to their superior. Ha ha ha. Your place is really comfortable. As he spoke, Ghost Demon Luo released his power and instantly connected with Mad Emperor Demon Master's mind. ZZZ. All sorts of information flowed into Ghost Devil Luo's mind from the Mad Emperor Demon Master's mind. I see. Soon, he understood why Mad Emperor Demon Master and Desolation Demon Master had summoned him. It was because of a human. To be forced into such a state by a human brat. You've really lost face for the Demon Clan. This kid is a monster. Please forgive him, great Demon Lord. Humph. So what if he's a monstrous genius? He's just at the void training stage. Such a piece of trash can make you bow down to him. Ridiculous. Great Demon Lord is right, we understand. At this moment, the great demon, Lord Ghost Demon Luo, descended from midair. Someone from the human race is actually undergoing tribulation. We must immediately stop such a big matter. The great demon Lord said. We understand. The demon race's spies are currently searching for the exact location of the tribulation. Di Kuang said. It's too slow for you guys to check. Follow me. Yes. The appearance of the ghost devil immediately caused the 9 heavens to change. On the square outside the demon palace, countless demons had arrived. This almighty being is the devil world's law protector, Ghost Devil Luo. Now, we will respect him as the great devil lord. Everyone will listen to the great devil lord's orders. Yes, everyone knelt down and worshipped the great demon lord. All of you, follow me to destroy the apex of bliss. Yes, the demon race's army of 100,000 departed and followed Ghost Devil Luo to the apex of bliss. 1,000 miles behind the apex of bliss, the blissful scholar was still undergoing his tribulation. ZZT, ZZT, ZZT. Lightning flashed and thunder rumbled. The blissful scholar's tribulation had reached the middle to late stage. This was a very crucial stage. If he failed, all his previous efforts would be wasted. Only by succeeding would there be a possibility of entering the final stage. The price of failure was heavy. If it was heavy, he would die on the spot. If it was light, his cultivation would be crippled. Both were unbearable. It seems like Junior Brother has reached the critical moment, the great elder said. Yichen looked at the secret cave and sensed the power of thunder and lightning in the sky. Soon, the real storm would arrive. Great elder, blissful scholar, is probably going to trigger the triple thunder tribulation. That's right. According to Junior Brother's talent, it should be easy for him to trigger the triple thunder tribulation. However, this will also bring more difficulties to him. The triple thunder tribulation means 3 times the harvest. It all depends on blissful scholar's luck. As the two were talking, suddenly, a storm was brewing outside the apex of bliss. Rumble. Powerful demonic energy shot up into the sky and suppressed the entire apex of bliss. Yichen looked at the direction of the apex of bliss coldly. Oh no, the demon tribe is here. What? The demon tribe is here to cause trouble? Is that true? The great elder was skeptical. He then looked at the direction of the apex of bliss and noticed the powerful demonic energy. This energy could even bring fear. The great elder was shocked and looked at Yichen. Yichen's expression was calm. He was not shocked, but he knew very well that the demonic energy was not as simple as it seemed. Yichen, protect Junior Brother while he goes through the tribulation. I'll go take a look. Great elder, be careful. It's different this time. What's different? The demon tribe has grown up. How dare they come to the apex of bliss to cause trouble? They're asking for death. The great elder flew away. Yichen's expression was solemn. He could sense an existence that surpassed the Mad Emperor Demon Lord and the Desolation Demon Lord from the demonic energy. This was most likely because they had summoned an almighty demon tribe. The situation was not good. However, at the crucial moment of the scholar's tribulation, he would definitely be disturbed. If he waited until he succeeded, there might be a chance to turn the situation around. If he attacked rashly, The situation would only worsen. Outside the apex of bliss, blood flowed like a river. The great elder flew down from the sky and was shocked to see such a scene. What kind of demon dares to cause trouble in the apex of bliss? It's the great elder. The great elder is here. Help! The people of the apex of bliss shouted for help. The situation was critical. I didn't expect the apex of bliss to have a powerhouse like you. Not bad. Above the dark clouds, the great demon, Lord Ghost Demon Luo, descended and said to the great elder, "Oh." The great elder frowned and looked at Ghost Demon Luo. He was shocked. This person's cultivation base is above the demon lord. The two demon lords are his followers. This time, the great elder completely understood the seriousness of the matter. This time, they were sure that they were here for revenge. Back then, Yichun caused havoc in the demon disaster area and killed the demon lord. Now, the demon lord summoned an almighty demon lord. These things were not difficult to guess, because in the demon disaster area, the demon lord was the highest cultivation base. As the great demon lord, this ghost demon Luo was naturally not someone from the demon disaster area. Kneel and accept your death. Yes, the great elder of hell, kneel and accept your death. I'll leave your corpse intact. The mad emperor demon lord and the desolation demon lord shouted at the great elder. Ha ha ha! Do I need you to tell me what to do? You want me to kneel and accept my death? I think you're the ones who should die. Chapter 1822. Seeing the old ancestors' arrival, everyone from the apex of bliss retreated to the old ancestors' side to confront the devil race army. You demons actually dare to attack the apex of paradise. You really don't know what's good for you. The old ancestor angrily rebuked the demons. Ha, old ancestor Yellow Spring, it's time for you to die. Before the great demon lord, you're just like an ant. The desolate demon master laughed and said, "That's right. The great demon master has descended. All of you are trash." Mad Emperor Demon Master shouted arrogantly. Old ancestor Yellow Spring looked at the demon high above. It was the great demon lord, Ghost Demon Luo. This person is merely a nascent divinity that descended into the mortal world. Does he really think he can fight me with just a strand of divine will? You really don't know the immensity of heaven and earth. A strand of the great demon lord's divine sense is more than enough to kill you. Ridiculous. Patriarch Yellow Spring attacked furiously. He pointed to the front, and instantly, specks of light of the Yellow Springs flew out like ghosts, heading straight for the desolate demon lord. You're the funny one. The desolate demon master attacked at the same time. Within the desolate barrier, everything was destroyed. Z. The barrier continued to extend, enveloping the Yellow Spring light that Patriarch Yellow Spring had unleashed. In an instant, the Yellow Spring light dimmed and disappeared without a trace. Ha ha ha! The desolate demon lord laughed and looked at Patriarch Yellow Spring. The reason we came here this time is to destroy the apex of bliss and make the blissful scholar fail his tribulation. If you surrender immediately, you still have a chance to live. Otherwise, kill without mercy. Emperor Mad, Demon Lord said. Upon hearing this, the people from the apex of bliss fell into a panic. The blissful scholar was still in the process of ascension, and Yi Chun had not returned. There was only the Patriarch of Hell. It was already difficult enough to fight against two great demon masters, let alone one great demon master. The danger signal was getting closer and closer. Everyone knew that if the blissful scholar failed to pass the heavenly tribulations, they would all die here. I must buy time for Yi Chun and Junior Brother. The old ancestor was determined and would never back down. Still not surrendering? At this moment, the Mad Emperor Demon Master bellowed out. Everyone was hesitant and couldn't make up their minds. At this moment, Patriarch Yellow Spring saw a few apex of bliss cultivators walking toward the opposite side. Plop! They immediately knelt on the ground and worshipped Ghost Devil Great Demon Lord Luo. We pledge our lives to follow the Great Demon Lord. Please accept us. Those disciples worshipped devoutly, prostrating on the ground. They looked extremely miserable. Damn it! Old Ancestor Yellow Spring was furious. Such a traitor must not be left alive. He released the light of Yellow Springs, intending to kill them all. Old Ancestor Yellow Spring, why do you have to stand in his way? Mad Emperor Demon Master laughed coldly. He then pointed forward, and a demonic claw light shot out, grabbing the light of Yellow Springs and crushing it. In such a situation, the Patriarch was being suppressed by the other party's demon lord, and the situation was very bad. Seeing the people they were familiar with surrender to the devil race, everyone felt even more grief in their hearts, and their faith was gradually disappearing. Don't be dispirited. Junior Brother is still going through the Ascension ordeal. Once he succeeds, he'll be a super powerhouse in the Ascension ordeal stage. There's no need to fear the great demon lord. Also, when Yi Chun returns, he'll be invincible. Don't surrender or you'll die. The Grand Elder Ancestor was still trying his best to restore the faith of the people of the apex of bliss. Senior, we can't hold on any longer, someone shouted. This is a test for you. Don't give up, or it'll be too late for regrets. The Demon Lord's people are treacherous and incomparably cruel. If you surrender, you'll just die. Don't be fooled. Yes, a few resolute disciples voiced their support for the Patriarch. Ha ha ha, you're still dreaming. Old Ancestor Yellow Spring, since you're so stubborn, die. The Desolation Demon Master was furious. After laughing wildly, he flew out and went straight for the Patriarch. Is that all you've got? The Patriarch was fearless. His body released the light of Yellow Springs, and the surrounding space fell into purgatory. I'll give you some ghost brides. With a wave of the Patriarch Yellow Springs' hand, countless ghostly women rushed toward the Desolation Demon Master. Each woman exuded a powerful charm, confusing people's minds. At the same time, their bodies were graceful, and their figures were excellent. Seeing so many ghost brides rushing over, the Desolation Demon Master was stunned. Old Ancestor Yellow Spring, you despicable person. You don't dare to fight me head-on, so you're using dirty tricks. The Desolation Demon Master was entangled by these ghost brides, and instantly felt mentally and physically exhausted. He felt his body itching, and did not dare to act rashly. Ha ha, this is my hobby. Let's see how many seconds Desolation Demon Master can last. You bastard, do you think I can last for a few seconds? All right, let me see how long you can last. The Patriarch smiled as he sat on the peak, watching the ghostly women fight the Desolation Demon Master. Sigh, indulging in women, what a scandal. Seeing that the Desolation Demon Master was actually tempted by the Patriarch's strange art, the Mad Emperor Demon Master was speechless. Hurry up and break free, he shouted at the Desolation Demon Master. The Desolation Demon Master wanted to break free, but seeing that the women around him were also interested, he was instantly entangled. Ha, Mad Emperor Demon Master, it seems like the Desolation Demon Master likes this. Why don't I give you a combo too? As he spoke, the Patriarch Yellow Spring released the ghostly women's shadows and rushed toward the Mad Emperor Demon Master. Impudent. At that moment, Ghost Demon Luo was enraged and waved his claws. Instantly, the ghostly women's shadows released by the Patriarch Yellow Spring all shattered, turning into nothingness. Mad Emperor, kill him. Yes, Great Demon Master. The Mad Emperor Demon Master flew out, releasing his violent demonic energy like a sharp blade, cutting the space around him. Kill. The violent energy rushed over, shocking the Patriarch. Everyone retreat. He ordered the people from the apex of bliss to retreat, while he himself rushed forward. Yellow Springs Road cross. The Patriarch Yellow Springs suddenly spat out a strong poisonous mist, which turned into the water of the Yellow Springs, continuously corroding the Mad Emperor Demon Master's body and mind. Ha ha! You want to kill me with such mystique? What a pity! The Mad Emperor Demon Master chuckled. The demonic energy in his body surged, blocking the Patriarch's Yellow Springs poisonous mist. The Patriarch's heart skipped a beat, and he used the Yellow Springs finger. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Several finger energies aimed for the Mad Emperor Demon Master's throat. Humph, child's play. The Mad Emperor Demon Master sneered, then punched out. Instantly, the surroundings shook, and the light of the Yellow Springs finger was all scattered. Seeing this, the people from the apex of bliss were shocked, crying, "What should we do? We are all weak women. How can we fight against such a crazy demon?" Many of the servants were weak, like willows in the wind, pitiful. At that moment, the great demon master sneered. You can all become my food." He moved his claws, and suddenly, a huge demonic shadow appeared in front of him, grabbing a few women. Chapter 1823. The specter's sharp claws directly grabbed those women and arrived in front of Ghost Devil Lord Luo. Kakik. The great demon lord let out a cold laugh as he looked at those women with a look of greed. "I didn't expect the Ecstasy Cauldron to be such a good place. There are so many beautiful women here. It's enough for me to enjoy." With that, the great demon lord's tongue suddenly became extremely long and instantly wrapped around one of the women. No, what are you doing?" That woman kept struggling, but it was useless. Then, the great demon lord's tongue was like a blade, instantly piercing through her body. Pooh! Blood gushed out, and the woman died on the spot. "Ha, eat it!" Then, the great demon lord devoured the woman's body. The scene was extremely tragic. Bastard! The old ancestor was furious. This kind of behavior was an insult to the human race. Underworld Sword. ZZZ. As the powerful spiritual energy circulated, the great ancestor finally used the underworld sword that he had cultivated for many years. It also meant that he was getting serious. Kill him for me." The great demon lord issued an order. Yes, Mad Emperor Demon Master flew out, heading straight for Patriarch Yellow Spring. "Senior, be careful." The disciples of the Euphoria Apex, who were still determined to not betray, were very worried about old ancestor Yellow Spring, because the aura of the mad sovereign demon lord was extremely strong. It was obvious that he was an old monster of the conjoint body realm. Kill. The elder ancestor was not afraid. His figure flashed, and his sword aura swept through the 9 heavens. The gate of the Yellow Springs, open. ZZZ. The Yellow Spring Gate continued to release the Yellow Spring light. What? The frenzied monarch demon master's heart was ferociously expiating. After that, an endless amount of demonic energy burst forth, wanting to break through the gates of the Yellow Springs. But this time it was different. The quantity and quality of the light of the Yellow Springs had changed, and he couldn't break through it easily. ZZZ. Boundless radiance transformed into the Yellow Springs sharp blade. Together with the Yellow Springs sword chi, they attacked the Mad Emperor Demon Master at the same time. Even though the Mad Emperor Demon Master was extremely violent, he still took a step back in the face of such a strong attack. Die! The old ancestor was enraged and chased after the Mad Emperor Demon Master. Go! At this moment, the Desolation Demon Master suddenly made his move. Within the Desolation enchantment, the light of Yellow Springs was instantly restricted. The Mad Emperor Demon Master took the opportunity to counterattack. Boom! Di Kuang sent out a palm strike, severely injuring the old ancestor. Patriarch Yellow Spring was sent flying several thousand feet away. Senior ancestor! Everyone turned pale with fright and rushed toward the old ancestor. The old ancestor stood up and spat out a mouthful of blood. Ugh! The power of this palm was extremely great. Powerful demonic energy invaded his body, causing the old ancestor's body to tremble, finding it hard to endure. Old ancestor Yellow Spring, I told you that your time has come. The desolate demon master sold again, and the desolate boundary lifeless spread out, rushing towards the old ancestor. Get out of the way! The old ancestor scolded the people from the apex of bliss, and they hurriedly moved aside. Whoosh! He flew up and floated in the air. Desolate devil man die! The old ancestor took out the Yellow Spring sword, and its power instantly multiplied. Strong spiritual chi guided the power of the Yellow Springs, turning it into countless soul swords that locked onto the desolate demon lord. What is this? Desolate was shocked. The more pain Patriarch Yellow Spring felt, the more his fighting spirit erupted. At this moment, the Yellow Spring sword left no chance of survival. Kill! He flew out and headed straight for the desolate demon master. Damn it, damn it! Desolate demon lord sensed that his life was in danger and quickly retreated. Patriarch Yellow Spring, your opponent is here. The Mad Emperor Demon Master attacked once again, and a powerful force chased after Yifutian. Old Ancestor Yellow Spring made a shocking move. He ignored Mad Emperor Demon Master and attacked Desolation Demon Master in a frenzy. This madman, the Desolate Demon Master, was unable to resist and retreated step by step. Chi, chi, chi. Sword light flashed. The power of the Yellow Springs continuously poured into the Desolate Demon Master's body, and the aura of death silently filled the air. The Desolate Demon Lord howled in pain as his entire body was on the verge of collapse under the attack of the light of the Yellow Springs. Great Demon Lord, save me. He had no choice but to kneel in front of the Great Demon Lord, constantly calling for help. Trash, how dare you call for help? The Great Demon Lord scolded angrily, not caring about the life or death of the Desolate Demon Lord. Old Ancestor Yellow Spring seized this last opportunity and ended the life of the Yellow Spring sword. Chi! With a single slash, the power of the Yellow Springs disintegrated the Desolate Demon Master. With a final scream, the Desolate Demon Master was killed on the spot. All hail the Old Ancestor! Countless disciples of the Euphoria Climax cheered, their morale soaring. The Old Ancestor had killed the Desolate Demon Master, which was a magnificent feat after all. It was 1 against 2. Huangdi, what are you waiting for? The Great Demon Lord ordered. Yes. Huangdi had no time to care about the death of Desolate and attacked the Old Ancestor Yellow Spring. The Old Ancestor had used up all his energy to kill Desolate and was in grave danger. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. He flew away, the light of the Yellow Springs behind him creating countless phantoms to confuse the Mad Emperor Demon Lord. But he knew that this method would not last long. Kill, kill, kill. The Mad Emperor Demon Lord's fists and palms clashed, constantly releasing demonic energy and destroying countless phantoms. Old Ancestor Yellow Spring, you still want to escape? You killed the Desolate Demon Master. I will make you pay with your life. Ha ha! You demon lords are only SOSO. The Old Ancestor Yellow Spring laughed, mocking the Mad Emperor Demon Lord. Huangdi was enraged. He stretched out his hands, which turned into giant demonic claws and pressed down on the people of the Euphoria Climax. The Old Ancestor immediately realized that the demon's goal was to threaten him with the lives of the people of the Euphoria Climax, forcing him to save them. Old Ancestor, don't come over. Let's fight it out with him. Old Ancestor, don't come over. The people of the Euphoria Climax also understood the reason and did not want the Old Ancestor to die. Sigh, you're all Junior Brothers' disciples. How can I not save you? The Old Ancestor was a person who valued friendship. He flew out to resist the demonic claws. But under the suppression of the demonic claws, the Old Ancestor was bleeding profusely. Gradually, he could not hold on anymore. Old Ancestor! Everyone cried, their hearts filled with grief. Ha ha ha! All of you will die here. The Euphoria Climax will perish today. The Mad Emperor Demon Lord laughed maniacally. Finally, the demon race was going to destroy the Euphoria Climax. He devour. The Great Demon Lord released his demonic claws and continued to devour the beautiful women. The situation had reached its limit. The people of the Euphoria Climax were going to die soon. Rumble. At that moment, thunder rumbled in the sky, and a giant lightning palm descended from the sky. What? The majestic power suppressed the Mad Emperor Demon Lord. The Mad Emperor Demon Lord had to fly out and dodge. Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. Just as he was dodging, the underworld finger of destruction arrived and hit the Mad Emperor Demon Lord. Mad Emperor Demon Lord, die. The person who launched the finger of destruction was Yi Chun, and the source of the majestic palm energy was blissful scholar who had passed the ascension. Wow. In an instant, the entire euphoria climax was in an uproar. Yi Chun and blissful scholar came out at the same time, their power shaking the sky. Chapter 1824. Congratulations, Master. The disciples of the blissful apex were overjoyed. The blissful scholar had finally passed the tribulation and came out from his seclusion. They saw hope. As long as Yi Chun and the blissful scholar worked together, they would definitely be able to solve the crisis of the ecstasy cauldron. The temperament of the blissful scholar changed drastically. It was as if his entire body was emitting an immortal aura. He had successfully passed the tribulations. He was now an almighty being in the tribulation-passing realm. He was a human powerhouse. Only cultivators could understand how terrifying the tribulation stage was. Ignorant devil, how dare you invade my euphoria Acropolis? You deserve to die. The blissful scholar flew out and attacked the mad Emperor Demon Master with his palm energy. Mad Emperor Demon Master was shocked. A transcending tribulation almighty was not someone he could deal with. He quickly retreated, his powerful palm energy shocking the demon army, making them not dare to act rashly. Feeling this power, Ghost Devil Luo sneered. Sure enough, the human race had produced a great existence. However, it was just a lower plane, not worthy of his attention. Great Demon Lord, please make your move. Mad Emperor Demon Master knelt on the ground, begging Ghost Demon Luo for help. Trash! What a disgrace to the demon clan. The great Demon Master scolded angrily. The Mad Emperor Demon Master didn't dare to raise his head, feeling ashamed in his heart. You human ants die. The great Demon Lord bellowed. Demonic energy erupted from his body as he lunged at Patriarch Yellow Spring. Senior, be careful, everyone reminded him. But the great Demon Lord's demonic energy was too strong, and Patriarch Yellow Spring was in danger. Star-picking hand. Just as the demonic energy was about to kill Patriarch Yellow Spring, a grand handprint descended and instantly extinguished the attacking demonic energy. Whoosh! A figure appeared next to the Patriarch. It was Yi Chun. Ancestor, how do you feel? Yi Chun's heart sank as he looked at the Patriarch's weak body. I'm fine, I can still hold on, ha ha ha. The Patriarch still looked as if he was fine, but in reality, he had suffered heavy injuries. Unleashing his potential to kill the Desolation Demon Master had overwhelmed his body. If Yi Chun had not intervened, he would not have been able to withstand the great Demon Master's attack. Bring the old ancestor to rest. Yi Chun shouted at the people from the apex of bliss. Yes, Senior Yi. Two disciples stepped forward and helped the old ancestor down quickly. At this moment, Yi Chun and the blissful scholar were facing the demon tribe army. The apex of bliss is not a place for you to behave atrociously. Demons, back off. Seeing that the blissful mountain gate was destroyed, the blissful scholar was enraged. He activated his Yuan Qi and exploded, shocking the 100,000 demon army. Boundary of bliss. ZZZ. The blissful scholar channeled his spiritual energy and activated the blissful barrier in accordance with the topography of the blissful top. As the wizardry barrier continued to spread out, the blissful scholar was in the center of it, holding the fort by himself. What meaning is there in such a weak spirit formation? However, the great demon lord sneered and stretched out his devil claw. Boom! A gigantic demonic figure appeared in front of the barrier. Then the demonic figure sent out a punch that pressed down on the barrier. The dense demonic energy condensed into a dark fist and bombarded the barrier. Kacha, kacha, kacha! With just one strike, cracks appeared on the barrier, and it rapidly collapsed. What? The blissful scholar was shocked. He was now an almighty being at the crossing calamity realm. Just one strike from the opponent was enough to crack his barrier. How powerful was this great demon lord? How is it? The great demon lord sneered and looked at the blissful scholar. Is this the strength of a human at the crossing calamity realm. You can't even withstand a single strike. Hearing this, the people from the apex of bliss were shocked. The blissful scholar who had successfully passed his calamity was mocked by the great demon lord. The atmosphere became tense again, as if the almighty being in front of them was unstoppable. This was just the primordial spirit borrowing a body to descend to the mortal world. If it was the true body of the demon world, how powerful would it be? Everyone was shocked. They couldn't imagine how high the great demon lord's cultivation was. Could it be that everything was in vain? Were they going to die here? Thinking about this, everyone's mood became gloomy again, and they fell into despair. Blissful book, open. The blissful scholar was not convinced. He activated his treasure, and instantly, the surrounding space fell into the blissful book's wizardry barrier. This wizardry barrier was 100 times more powerful than the previous one. Kill. The great demon lord commanded the demonic figure to send out another punch. Boom. Suddenly, the demonic energy fell again, but this time, it did not destroy the blissful book's wizardry barrier. Great master is mighty. Everyone was excited and cheered for the blissful scholar. However, Yichen was not too happy. He realized that although this punch did not destroy the blissful book's wizardry barrier, there was a problem with it. This cannot go on. Blissful scholar, let me help you. Yichen flew forward and released his energy to strengthen the wizardry barrier. Instantly, the power of the wizardry barrier rebounded and deflected the giant demonic figure's punch. Oh! Seeing Yichen's attack, the great demon lord was surprised. Most of his power was deflected by the small bullet in front of him. How powerful was this person to be able to fight against his demonic figure? The great demon lord frowned slightly and looked at Yichen coldly. Boy, what's your cultivation base? What do you think? You're still keeping me in suspense. Haha, I can see through your cultivation base. You're only at the void training stage. You're courting death if you want to fight against me. Whether I'm courting death or not, we'll know after we try. Although you have some talent, you still have to die. The great demon lord flew up and controlled the demonic figure to attack personally. Yichen did not show any weakness and also ascended. Immortal Slaying Flying Dagger. He threw the Immortal Slaying Flying Dagger. Suddenly, the sword light shook heaven and earth, and the sun and moon lost their light. Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. The sword light was like a stream of light. Wherever it went, it was sharp and cut. Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. Even if it was a gigantic demonic shadow, its demonic energy would collapse under this saber light. What? The great demon lord was shocked. His demonic figure was incomparably strong. Even a form synthesis stage powerhouse could not hurt it at all. However, this void refinement cultivator could easily destroy the demonic figure. How is this possible? Puzzled, the great demon lord took out his magic tool. I didn't think that there would be such a powerhouse in this lowly world. Very well, I'll let you die in peace. A dark wheel appeared in the great demon lord's hand. It was engraved with various demonic patterns. As it flickered, it emitted powerful demonic energy. The great demon lord threw the wheel into the air. Suddenly, a dark light descended and powerful demonic energy continuously strengthened the demonic figure. This is bad. Everyone retreat. Yichen sensed that the power of the demonic figure had increased by more than 10 times. With such power, it was too easy to kill the people from the ecstasy climax. All of you retreat. The blissful scholar roared. Yes. The crowd quickly retreated into the mountain gate with the patriarch of hell. Only Yichen and the blissful scholar were left at the scene. Blissful book, kill. The blissful scholar activated the extreme power of the blissful book, wanting to attack first. However, just when he released his spiritual energy, the demonic wheel emitted a demonic light and instantly destroyed the spiritual energy he released. The blissful scholar was shocked. HF. Chapter 1825. Blissful scholar did not expect that he would not have any advantage against the great demon lord, even though he had successfully passed the ascension ordeal and became a tribulation stage almighty. His pride, after passing the Ascension ordeal, was instantly suppressed. Yi-chan could tell what Blissful Scholar was thinking, but he did not have time to explain too much as they had to deal with the great demon lord. Focus, let's fight him together. Yi-chan shouted to cheer Blissful Scholar up. All right, Blissful Scholar did not have any other thoughts at this moment. He wanted to save the people from Euphoria Summit, so he could only cooperate with Yi-chan. You hold back the demon shadow. I'll deal with his body. All right. Blissful Scholar nodded and followed Yi-chan's request to hold back the demon shadow controlled by the demonic wheel. Swoosh! Yi-chan's figure moved instantly like a bird and went straight for the great demon lord. Ha, boy, you've got guts. The great demon lord sneered. The demonic energy in his body turned into countless tentacles and attacked Yi-chan continuously. Each attack could easily kill a Void Refinement combatant. If it was not Yi-chan, but an ordinary Void Refinement stage cultivator, he would have been killed many times over. You can dodge so many of my attacks. It seems like I'm not giving you enough pressure. The great demon lord's body emitted a demonic light, and suddenly, countless protrusions appeared on his body. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Following that, these protrusions began to gather demonic energy. Suddenly, countless demonic energy turned into lasers and attacked Yi-chan. There's no way to dodge so many demonic energy lasers. Yi-chan knew that he could not dodge, so he had to face it head-on. Ancient God Body. Yi-chan activated the Ancient God Body's potential and summoned the Ancient God Shield in front of him to resist the demonic energy lasers. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Boom, boom, boom. The demonic energy lasers hit the Ancient God Shield, and both sides destroyed each other. Yi-chan roared and channeled all of his spiritual chi into the Ancient God Shield, forcefully withstanding the attack. What? The great demon lord was shocked. His attack earlier could even kill a fusion stage cultivator, but Yi-chan, a Void Refinement stage cultivator, had resisted it. It was unbelievable. You're indeed a human genius. I can't let you live. Seeing that Yi-chan had blocked his killing moves many times, the great demon lord knew that Yi-chan was extremely talented. He had to kill Yi-chan. He could not leave a scourge behind. Kill. The great demon lord became serious. He flew out and waved his demonic claws. Each time he waved his claws, he released a power that could kill a body integration cultivator. Yi-chan was in danger. Ninth heaven you steps. With his exquisite footwork, Yi-chan had dodged many fatal attacks. However, if he continued to be passive, sooner or later he would not be able to hold on. 33 days created Divine Fist, Burning Palm, Dragon Catcher Hand, Shaking Sky Hammer. In an instant, Yi-chan launched several attacks to interrupt the great demon lord's attack, and then counterattack. Boom, boom, boom. Powerful attacks constantly appeared in the path of the great demon lord's attack, causing his attack to instantly stagnate. Damn it! The great demon lord was infuriated. He wanted to use the demon shadow to open up a way out, but the demon shadow was being restrained by the Blissful Scholar. Ha ha! Great demon lord. If you want to use the demon shadow, you'll have to ask my Book of Bliss first. Blissful Scholar activated the power of the Blissful Book's barrier. The pure spiritual chi kept entangling the demon shadow, making it unable to move. You two bastards die. The great demon lord was thoroughly enraged. He withdrew his demonic wheel and prepared to deal with Yi-chan. Yi-chan knew that the demonic wheel was the great demon lord's magic tool, and its power was terrifying. At this moment, he had to deal with it. Although I was prepared to let you rest, you're going to fight now, Yi-chan said to himself. Master, why say so much? I've been waiting for this moment for a long time. Suddenly, a dark light filled the sky as if night had fallen. Following that, Yi-chan's body appeared with dark scales. Hiss, hiss, hiss. With the night demon armor on, coupled with the ancient god body, Yi-chan's body was strong and invincible. Kill. Yi-chan no longer had any scruples and went straight for the great demon lord. Good, you're courting death. The great demon lord threw the demonic wheel. Demonic energy surged into the sky. The sun, moon, ghost, and divine light. Hiss, hiss, hiss. The demonic wheel continued to spread demonic realm, demonic energy. This was pure demonic energy that was thousands of times stronger than the demonic energy of this world. Facing the demonic realm, demonic energy, Yi Chun did not dodge. Instead, he faced it head-on. Slash. With a slash, Yi Chun released the immortal slaying flying saber's light. Rumble. The immortal slaying flying saber was incomparably sharp. Before the demonic energy had completely gathered, it cut through it. In this way, even if it was the demonic realm demonic energy, it would not be able to exert its power. The great demon lord fell into a daze. He released the demonic wheel again and forcefully smashed it at Yi Chun. Haha, good one. Yi Chun laughed maniacally and punched at the demonic wheel. Clang! Suddenly, Yi Chun's fist and the demonic wheel collided, emitting bursts of light and sparks. Ah, the fist is so hard? The great demon lord was shocked. His demonic wheel was an invincible existence, but Yi Chun could rely on his own physical body and fist to fight against the demonic wheel. This kind of cultivation technique was terrifying. This child must not be left alive, or he might become a disaster for the demonic realm. Mad Emperor Demon Lord, you piece of trash, why aren't you helping? Yes, great Demon Lord. The Mad Emperor Demon Lord received the order and flew out, wanting to sneak an attack on Yi Chun. Yi Chun's cold eyes locked onto the Mad Emperor Demon Lord and attacked angrily. Ultimate sword technique. He suddenly threw out the immortal slaying flying saber and used divine telekinesis to guide the light of the flying saber. Suddenly, the saber light was like a road to hell. Chi, chi, chi. As the saber light flashed, the Mad Emperor Demon Lord was hit again and again. It was extremely painful. His whole body was bleeding. Before the Mad Emperor Demon Lord could attack, he was already countered by Yi Chun's supreme sword technique and could not move. After being hit several times, the Mad Emperor Demon Lord could only retreat. Useless. The great Demon Lord shouted angrily. He did not expect that there was no one in front of him who could help him. Great demonic telekinesis. At this time, the great Demon Lord had no choice but to activate the great demonic telekinesis and summon the power of the demonic realm to help him. This was a very dangerous method of summoning. If there was a mistake, not only his current body, but his body in the demonic realm would also be hurt. Rumble. Suddenly, the wind and clouds rose and thunder rumbled. Not good. Yi Chun, this thief wants to summon the power of the demonic realm. If he succeeds, we will all be in danger, the blissful scholar said. Ow! Yi Chun asked. We must break the demonic shadow and attack his body. All right, I'll break the demonic shadow. You prepare your killing move. The blissful scholar nodded and then flew up to the sky. He activated the highest level of the blissful scripture and prepared to kill in one strike. At the same time, Yi Chun relied on his incomparably strong ancient god body and the night demon armor. His body was like a diamond, flawless, and he charged at the demonic shadow. Roar. HF. Chapter 1826. Kill. Energy erupted from Yi Chun's body, and spiritual energy circulated like a tsunami, suppressing the demon shadow. Roar. In order to stop Yi Chun, the demon shadow unleashed its demonic might at the same time. It waved its claws, and countless demonic tentacles attacked Yi Chun. Slash. Yi Chun's eyes flashed. Suddenly, the immortal slaying flying saber shot out. Countless saber gleams slashed at the tentacles, and instantly, the tentacles were all shattered. This enraged the demon shadow and made it even crazier. Ha! Let me see what you've got to be crazy in front of me. Yi Chun laughed maniacally and pointed at the sky. Suddenly, lightning flashed between the clouds, and spiritual energy surged into the sky. Rumble! A huge palm stretched out from the clouds. It was the star-picking palm. Clang! The demon shadow released its demonic claws to fight against the star-picking palm. Demon, can you handle it? Yi Chun flew up to the sky and stood on the star-picking palm, infusing spiritual energy. Suppress it! With a roar, the star-picking palm was like the hand of heaven, suppressing the demon shadow below. The demon shadow resisted strongly, making it difficult for Yi Chun to suppress it. A puny demon shadow dares to defy my will. Yi Chun released the ancient god power. Suddenly, a panga human body appeared behind Yi Chun. Before the majestic figure, the demon shadow was like an ant. Suppress. Using the panga divine power, Yi Chun suppressed the demon shadow again. Rumble. The panga divine power was incomparably powerful and resonated with Yi Chun's bloodline. Instantly, the supreme power suppressed everything. Kacha, kacha, kacha. The demon shadow kept shattering. The demon shadow that could kill a body stage powerhouse could not fight against Yi Chun. Shatter. Yi Chun's divine consciousness merged with the panga human body. The majestic figure threw a punch at the demon shadow. Rumble. Kacha, kacha, kacha. In an instant, the divine power surged like a tidal wave, and a vajra descended from the sky. The demon shadow shatter. Sensing the demon shadow shattering, the great demon lord was furious and shocked. Yi Chun, you bastard. The great demon lord went straight for Yi Chun. This was the result Yi Chun wanted. He wanted to give blissful scholar time to create his killer move. Ha ha, great demon lord. Trash like you dare talk to me. You. Arrogant child, I will kill you. The great demon lord was enraged by Yi Chun. He forcefully guided the demonic realm's power to descend, wanting to kill Yi Chun. Before the ancient gods, you are nothing. Yi Chun was high and mighty, as if he was the judge of heaven with unparalleled might. Go! He waved his arm, and Pangu's silhouette waved his arm as well, pressing down on the great demon lord below. When the great demon lord sensed this pure and super strong divine power, he instantly turned pale with fright. Kid, you can actually use divine power. Who are you? You should ask this question in hell. Yi Chun activated his divine power and forcefully suppressed the great demon lord. The great demon lord did not dare to be distracted. At the same time, he used his demonic ability to counter. Boundless demon will great wheel. The great demon lord poured all of his power into releasing the demonic psyche grand wheel, wanting to take down Yi Chun in one fell swoop. Now, Yi Chun reminded the blissful scholar. All right, the blissful scholar responded and opened the book of blissful in the sky. Suddenly, a boundless world of bliss descended. The blissful scholar stood on the book of blissful as if he was the master of the world of bliss. Countless phantoms and fairies descended from the sky. The endless sound of enchantment annoyed the great demon lord. At the same time, Yi Chun activated the supreme ancient god's power to suppress the great demon lord, preventing him from communicating with the demonic realm. You guys, the great demon lord was furious. He forcefully released his demonic energy, wanting to perish together. Oh no, he wants to perish together. Yi Chun shouted. He won't have this chance. The blissful scholar activated the ultimate power of the book of blissful. Countless phantoms and women descended from the sky, rushing toward the great demon lord without a care for their own safety. Boom, boom, boom. These women hugged the great demon lord and then forcefully merged with him. Following that, energy exploded and the great demon lord's flesh and blood splattered everywhere. The great demon lord's body could not withstand the energy explosion and shattered on the spot, turning into dust. The frenzied Emperor Demon Master was horrified by this shocking scene. The great Demon Master, Ghost Demon Luo's doppelganger that he had painstakingly summoned, was completely destroyed by Yi Chun and Blissful Scholar. He no longer had any trump cards and was now a lamb waiting to be slaughtered. He flew back. Hold on. He commanded a large number of demon army to attack while he himself ran. Hold on, do they have this ability? Yi Chun waved the ancient god's hand and landed on the 100,000 troops below. Rumble. The incomparably powerful ancient god's power directly bombarded the demon army. Screams rang out continuously. They were all killed by the ancient god. The demon tribe's blood flowed like a river. The dark blood dyed the ground like a black sea. Tier 9 devouring demonic weave. Seeing so much pure demon blood, Yi-Chun released the Tier 9 devouring demonic weave. Instantly, the endless demon blood essence was all devoured by Yi-Chun. ZZT, ZZT, ZZT. Dark lightning flashed. The ancient god shadow behind Yi-Chun also turned dark, as if it had become the ancient god shadow. As the demon blood energy continued to flow into his body, Yi-Chun's demon tribe cultivation base soared. His foundation was several times stronger than before. Mad Emperor Demon Lord, where do you think you're going? Yi-Chun stretched out the ancient god's hand and grabbed the Mad Emperor Demon Lord. No, no, no. The Mad Emperor Demon Lord kept struggling. However, in the hands of the ancient god, he was an ant. Great, this is great. Senior Yi-Chun is mighty. Master is mighty. The ecstasy cult is saved. The rise of the human tribe. The rise of the human tribe. Countless disciples of the ecstasy cult cheered. Yi-Chun and the blissful scholar's power was too strong. They killed the great demon lord and captured the Mad Emperor Demon Lord alive. Such a feat was unprecedented in the history of the spirit attainment level. Brother Yi, please. The blissful scholar came over and made an inviting gesture. Master Deranged, please. The two returned to the ecstasy cult's mountain gate. Yi-Chun mobilized the ancient god's power and swept away the surrounding rocks. The mountain gate returned to normal. Everyone entered the ecstasy cult together. Patriarch, how's your body? I can still hold on. Blood flowed out of the patriarch's mouth. He was clearly severely injured. Yi-Chun took out a green jade bottle. Suddenly, a thick wave of spiritual energy poured out. He stretched out his hand and pointed at the spiritual energy. Instantly, the spiritual energy turned into a pill. Patriarch, swallow it quickly. All right. The patriarch had absolute trust in Yi-Chun and immediately swallowed the pill. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Instantly, he felt that his 8 extraordinary meridians were unobstructed. The spiritual energy rushed to the top of his head. Condense your chi and focus your mind. Guide the spiritual energy to protect your body. Under Yi-Chun's guidance, the patriarch did as he was told. Soon, his injuries were 70% healed. Chapter 1827. Huang was dead. The demonic tripod was broken. Di Kuang was captured, and the demon tribe's army of 100,000 was wiped out. This attack on the apex of bliss had caused the main force of the demon disaster area to be wiped out. That was the result of going against Yi-Chun. Soon, the news spread to all parts of the spirit territory and the demon disaster area. The demon tribe was shocked and lost their will to fight. They were the last demon lord. It was impossible to rely on the demon emperors and demon lords. Meanwhile, the humans were celebrating crazily. All the sects sent congratulatory invitations, wanting to make friends with the apex of bliss. Blissful Scholar had produced a tribulation stage, almighty being Blissful Scholar. At the same time, they had the human clan almighty being Yi-Chun. With such a powerful force, they could even kill the great demon lord's clone that had descended from the demonic realm. Rumble! Suddenly, thunder rumbled in the sky. Everyone looked up and saw countless human powerhouses descending on the apex of bliss. There were many people, and they were all human almighty, which attracted Blissful Scholar's attention. Taoist Yi, why do you think so many human experts are here? Blissful Scholar asked. Yi-Chun smiled and said, they must be here to congratulate us for capturing Di Kuang and killing the demon tribe. Of course, they're also here to make friends with you. Huh, I think they're here to make friends with you. You've done a great job in capturing Di Kuang and killing the demonic tripod. You're too kind, Lord Yi. While the two were talking, someone walked into the square. Everyone looked over. It was Sage Xing Xing from the Heaven Trampling Sect. Senior Yi, Senior Yi. Sage Xing Xing entered the hall and shouted at Yi-Chun. Sage Xing Xing, why are you here? It's not just me. Even the Patriarch of Heaven Trampling is here. Sage Xing Xing pointed behind him. Yi-Chun looked over and saw an old man walking over with steady steps. Ha ha ha, fellow Yi. Senior. Yi-Chun walked forward and met this human tribe almighty. What's senior? I heard that you killed the clone of a supreme existence of the devil world. With such a foundation, you've already surpassed us. You're our senior. Ah, if that's the case, why are you here, Patriarch of Heaven Trampling? I'm here to congratulate fellow Taoist Yi and fellow Taoist Blissful for slaying that devilish bastard, of course. Truly inconceivable. Relying on the power of the apex of bliss, he was actually able to resist the devil race and even annihilate their entire army. Such an achievement is unprecedented. The Patriarch of Heaven Trampling was very excited. After all, he had charged into the demon disaster area and did not get any good results. Now that he saw Yi Chun and the others killing the demon tribe, he felt very happy. His wife had died in the hands of the demon tribe. Fellow Taoist Yi, I'm already very grateful that you brought back the jade pendant after my wife's death. I'm even more grateful that you've avenged me this time. As he spoke, tears rolled down his cheeks. Ancestral Patriarch Tatian, we're all humans, so of course we'll do these things. Yes, yes. The Patriarch of Heaven Trampling now completely treated Yi Chun as a senior. Moreover, he could sense a powerful physical might from Yi Chun. It was definitely not an aura that could be displayed by an ordinary cultivation method. Yi Chun's foundation was extremely powerful. Ha ha ha. At that moment, laughter came from the sky. Everyone looked over and saw a cultivator descending from the sky. He had white hair and a youthful face. His body was full of spirit chi, which was admirable. Who is he? Yi Chun asked. Fellow Taoist Yi, this is the primordial Taoist, the sect master of the primordial sect, said the ancestral Patriarch of Heaven Trampling. Yi Chun nodded and walked out to greet him. Greetings, primordial Taoist. Fellow Taoist Yi, there's no need to be so polite. We were all shocked when we heard that you killed Ghost Demon Luo's clone in the lower world. The primordial Taoist master went forward and bowed to Yi Chun. Primordial Taoist master, I didn't expect you to come as well. Ancestral Patriarch Tatian, do you think you're the only one here? I didn't say that. That's good. I'm here to congratulate you for passing the heavenly tribulation. Fellow Taoist Yi, you've killed Ghost Demon Luo's clone. Such a great contribution is a blessing for the human race. Well said, well said. The ancestral Patriarch of Heaven Trampling also smiled and agreed. Everyone entered the blissful climax together, and the blissful scholar held a 3-day banquet to entertain the many powerful cultivators. At the banquet, everyone presented their gifts. Fellow Taoist Blissful, congratulations on passing the heavenly tribulation. This is a gift from the primordial sect. The primordial Taoist master took out a small box and released a golden light before he opened it. Wow, everyone was shocked, and they asked what it was. Haha, this is the primordial golden core. It can stabilize a cultivator's foundation. Fellow Taoist Blissful has just passed the heavenly tribulation, so he needs a stable foundation the most. This golden core is the most suitable for him. The primordial Taoist master explained. This golden core is indeed exquisite. It contains the spirit chi of heaven and earth and the essence of the sun and moon. It must have taken a long time to make, Yi Chun said. Oh, fellow Taoist, Yi Chun knows alchemy too? The primordial Taoist master asked in surprise. I know a thing or two, Yi Chun replied. You're a genius, a genius. The way I made this golden core is extremely secretive, but fellow Taoist, you was able to see the wonders of it through the box. You flatter me, primordial Taoist master. I'm definitely not flattering you. As a fellow alchemist, I can see fellow Taoist Ye's talent. The primordial Taoist master admired Yi Chun even more. Seeing the primordial Taoist master being in the limelight, the ancestral Patriarch of Heaven Trampling was not happy. He took out his gift, which was a piece of jade. Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. The jade shone with a piercing azure light and emitted a powerful energy. Ancestral Patriarch Heaven Trampling, what is this? The blissful scholar asked. Haha, this treasure is a soul jade produced in the Heaven Trampling sex mine. It can carry the primordial spirit. What? It has such a magical effect. Everyone was shocked. The primordial spirit was the foundation of a person's spirit. Only the human body could carry it. However, this kind of jade could carry the primordial spirit. It was too rare. Yi-Chen looked at the jade and felt the powerful energy of the soul dimension. He was overjoyed. Such a divine item was priceless. Ancestral Patriarch Heaven Trampling, do you have more of this jade? Yi-Chen asked. Ha ha ha, fellow Taoist Yi. You can have as many as you want. The Ancestral Patriarch Heaven Trampling replied happily. Of course, he was exaggerating. There were only 3 pieces of jade of this quality in the Heaven Trampling sect. Now that he had given one to the blissful scholar, there were only 2 left. Ancestral Patriarch Heaven Trampling, you must be joking. Such a treasure is rare. Do you really have more? Fellow Taoist Yi, follow me back to the Heaven Trampling sect. I'll definitely find one for you. All right. I'll follow you back to the Heaven Trampling sect after the banquet. Haha, that's great. I'm going to drink to my heart's content. The Ancestral Patriarch Heaven Trampling was overjoyed. Yi-Chen was now a human almighty and the symbol of the human race. Wherever he was, he would be the center of the human race. This was what the Ancestral Patriarch Heaven Trampling valued the most. Chapter 1828. Rumble. A loud noise awakened Ghost Demon Luo, who was far away in the abyss. Then he spat out a mouthful of blood. Despicable human. Despicable Yi-Chen. Ghost Demon Luo was furious, and the entire abyss shook. As one of the 10 guardians of the Devil Realm, he was extremely powerful. However, his primordial spirit was defeated by Yi-Chen. This puny human void refinement cultivator could defeat his clone. This was a great humiliation to Ghost Demon Luo. He could not help but be furious. At the same time, because of Yi-Chen, Ghost Demon Luo was injured. This was unacceptable to him. It seems like the situation in the demon disaster area is not optimistic. I need to find a new way to descend. After saying that, Ghost Demon Luo got up and walked out of the abyss toward the Demon God Temple, Spirit Realm, inside the Euphoria Summit. The demon disaster area has suffered a great loss in this war. I don't think anyone can guard the way to the spiritual realm. Why don't you tell me the way to the spiritual realm? Yi-Chen said, Fellow, you want to go to the spiritual realm so much. It shows that you have a strong desire to cultivate. Blissful Scholar originally wanted Yi-Chen to stay in the Euphoria Summit. This way, the human clan would have a solid guarantee. However, seeing that Yi-Chen was too determined to continue cultivating, he could not stop him. I must go to the spiritual realm to find a new power. I still have many important things to do. All right, since you are so determined, this is the map to the spiritual realm. With a wave of Blissful Scholar's hand, a map appeared in Yi-Chen's hand. Yi-Chen opened it. In an instant, there was a bright light, and all kinds of information entered his mind. As the light dimmed, Yi-Chen already knew the way to the spiritual realm. Fellow Yi, before you leave, you must go to the Heaven Trampling sect. I still need to give you the primordial spirit jade. Don't worry, Patriarch Trampling, I will go. After that, Yi-Chen gave the task of finding Yi Wushuang to everyone. They were very cooperative and willing to help. All right, it was a pleasant meeting with fellow Yi today. We won't disturb you any longer. Goodbye. We will leave too. After the banquet, all powerhouses left the Euphoria Summit. Yi-Chen, the Patriarch, and the Blissful Scholar came to a peak and looked into the distance. Senior brother, fellow Yi, it's really my great fortune to have met you too. Although we haven't known each other for a long time, I can see the brotherhood and the righteousness of the human race in you too. These things have touched me deeply. Blissful Scholar said, Ha ha, Junior Apprentice Brother, you really are a sentimental person. However, don't be so sentimental. We're heading to the spirit world to search for new powers. Junior Apprentice Brother, once you've cultivated to perfection, you can come with us. The old ancestor said, It's just that I'm the one who created this Euphoria Acropolis, and I can't bear to leave it. I don't have your courage. Fellow Blissful Paradise, there's no need to be sad. We're only going to the spirit realm to search for power. We'll return, Yi-Chen said. All right, the doors of my ecstasy climax will always be open to you. Thank you. Yi Chun and the patriarch said something to blissful scholar. Subsequently, they went on their way to look for Yi Wuxuan. At this moment, in a secluded forest in the spirit realm, a young man dressed in white sat alone. Sword chi flowed all over his body, merging with the surrounding spiritual chi and combining with heaven and earth. Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. As the sword chi moved forward, a powerful force exploded and the surrounding space shook rapidly. Wherever the sword chi passed, ancient trees would be cut into half. Even mountains would not be spared, only broken. Finally, he opened his eyes. They were like stars. Master, Patriarch, where are you guys? He looked at the sky and asked. During this period, he had been cultivating in this place, improving himself and releasing sword chi to search for Yi Chun and the rest. However, he still failed. Today, he was going to leave this place and look for Yi Chun and the Patriarch. At this moment, Yi Chun and the Patriarch were heading to the spirit realm according to the map that Blissful Scholar had given them. As expected, just as Blissful Scholar had said, this place was under the watch of the Demon Lord. Moreover, the demonic energy here was much denser than in other places. It was simply the land of the true demons. Yi Chun also cultivated the demon tribe's mental cultivation method. In this place, he could feel the surging power. Moreover, it seemed like it was difficult for ordinary demons to absorb and use this power. Only the extremely talented powerhouses of the demon tribe could do it. After staying in the demon tribe for such a long time, Yi Chun's talent was naturally extraordinary. He shouted coldly and released the 9th-tier demon pattern. Instantly, endless demonic energy surged toward Yi Chun. Watching Yi Chun absorb the demonic energy, the Patriarch was shocked. He did not expect Yi Chun's demonic cultivation to have reached such a level. Terrifying. By absorbing the demonic energy in the surrounding space, Yi Chun sensed more things. Fellow Yi, have you found the way? The Patriarch asked. Yes, the demonic energy here is chaotic and the situation is complicated. It must be deliberately done by the demon tribe to prevent people from finding the real way out. Yi Chun activated his demonic energy and activated the golden pupil flame. At this moment, Yi Chun's golden pupil flame burst out with a dark light. It was caused by the powerful demonic energy. Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. The golden pupil flame saw through the darkness and instantly locked onto the correct path. It's just ahead. Let's go. All right. The two moved forward together. The Patriarch followed Yi Chun's footsteps and entered a new place. In this place, the demonic energy was even more violent and there were demon tribe formations everywhere. Patriarch, you must follow me. The formations here are extremely secretive. Once you touch them, it might cause a chain reaction. The situation is unimaginable. Don't worry, I'll follow you closely. All right. Yi Chun nodded. Through the demonic energy-enhanced golden pupil flame, he saw more formations arranged. The environment here was indeed complicated and ever-changing. Rumble. Suddenly, the earth shook and the mountains shook. Yi Chun and the Patriarch were shocked. What's going on? The Patriarch asked. I feel a powerful force circulating. Are there more demon tribe masters? Yi Chun said doubtfully. It can't be. The Patriarch was puzzled. All the demon tribe masters were in the demon disaster area. How could there be such a powerful force here? Be careful, Yi Chun reminded and then walked in front. The two walked together for about half an hour and saw a narrow passage ahead. I'm afraid there's a trap ahead. Yi Chun looked ahead coldly and found that there was a powerful demonic energy circulating continuously, and the way it flowed was caused by formations. Haha, it's okay. The Patriarch will break the formation. Patriarch, be careful. The Patriarch laughed and walked forward. He was itching to fight Yi Chun after watching him kill so many people. As soon as he walked into the passage, he felt the demonic energy soaring into the sky and turning into a poisonous python. Roar. The poisonous python's roar shook the sky and attacked the Patriarch. You little beast, how dare you disrespect me? The Patriarch was furious. He waved the underworld sword and slashed. Chapter 1829. The power of the netherworld filled the surroundings. The powerful sword Chi cut through the demonic energy. The patriarch unleashed his power and broke through. Not bad, patriarch, Yi Chen praised. Ha ha ha. It's all because of you stealing the limelight. I was so hungry. Now let me kill these demons. The patriarch was excited. The 3-foot-long sword in his hand instantly cut through the demonic energy, but at the same time, it triggered the formation. Rumble. The formation was activated, and the demonic energy surged. Oh no! Yi Chen flew out and stood with the patriarch. He sensed power that was no less than the demon lord. Patriarch, you sensed it, right? That's right. This formation can produce power no less than the demon lord. It seems like the demonic energy reserve in this vein is terrifying. However, this is what makes me happy. Yi Chen was suddenly overjoyed. The ancient god body was indistinguishable between gods and demons. Any energy that entered it could be converted into his own power. If there was such a powerful demonic energy vein here, would his demonic technique not soar? Patriarch, break this formation. I want to enter the vein to absorb the demonic energy. No problem. The patriarch flew up, holding the underworld's sword in his hand. His power doubled. He let out a long shout and slashed down at the formation below, as if he was grabbing the moon from the 9 heavens. Zap, zap, zap. The sword gleam turned into a grand sword shape, like a mountain falling from the sky, descending with force. Rumble. The sword Chi slashed down. Yi Chen seized the opportunity and saw the flaw in the formation at a glance. Roar. The formation roared with demonic energy, wanting to counterattack the patriarch. Don't even think about it. Yi Chen's eyes turned cold. He threw the immortal slaying flying saber. In an instant, the saber gleam was released, and the sun and moon lost their light. Zap, zap, zap. Countless demonic energy was suppressed by the immortal slaying flying saber. Subsequently, Yi Chen condensed his sword fingers and pointed at the core of the formation. Swoosh! A sword Chi rushed out and went straight for the vital point. Kacha, kacha, kacha. The core of the formation was broken, and the entire formation quickly collapsed. Ha ha! Fellow Yi Chen, our cooperation is amazing, the patriarch said in his heart. Of course, Yi Chen replied and walked into the formation. He looked through the 1,000 layers of ground and saw the energy flow in the ley line. There must be an extremely powerful spirit vein hidden here, and it had only turned into a demonic spirit vein after being invaded by demonic energy. Ancestor, you stay here and investigate. I'll go down and take a look. All right. Yi Chen turned around and threw a punch at the ground. The tremendous force created an opening on the spot. Whoosh! He turned into a stream of light and entered the bottom. In the ground layer, spiritual light blossomed, and spiritual energy was abundant. He saw countless veins of, or all of them in the purest form. It could be seen that this place was extremely unique. Great! Yi Chen was overjoyed. He walked to the vein and released his power. Magic pattern, devour. Releasing the powerful engulfing rune, Yi Chen's spiritual power absorption speed increased. Whether it was Pandora demon ability or spiritual power, Yi Chen did not reject them and accepted them all. Z. Following the infusion of energy, Yi Chen's meridian channels surged and filled his muscles and bones. Waves of psionic power washed through Yi Chen's heart meridian, improving his physique further. Ancient God Body. He sat cross-legged on the ground and activated the ancient God Body origin power. Immediately, the power of the demonic pattern increased again, devouring the spirit vein like a whale. In less than a moment, Yi Chen had absorbed 3 spirit veins in a row. If outsiders saw this, they might be shocked. Even a demon lord could only absorb 1 spirit vein in 2 hours at most. This was because the spirit vein here was too pure and the energy density was beyond imagination. With a furious roar, Yi Chen's body emitted a supreme light that filled the heavens and earth. Above the ground, the ancestor could sense the powerful power contained in this light and could not help but exclaim, Fellow Yi Chen's talent is really rare. This time, your cultivation base will definitely increase greatly. After saying that, the ancestor moved forward, looking for a new way out. Below the ground, Yi Chen absorbed the power of the spirit vein madly, and his foundation was improving rapidly. This went on for a day and a night. Yi Chen's cultivation base had even reached the limit of breaking through. Since this is the will of heaven, I'll break through to the mid-spatial refinement stage. Yi Chen devoted himself to cultivation. To further increase his speed, he threw out the ultimate treasure, the immortal drift bottle. Hiss, hiss, hiss. The immortal drift bottle emitted an immortal light and absorbed the power of the spirit vein. Then, it triggered the light of the full moon and instantly released pure spirit liquid. When the spirit liquid bathed Yi Chen's body, the energy density was more than 10 times higher than before. Ha ha, good job, immortal drift bottle. Yi Chen was overjoyed. The meridians in his body were unimpeded, and he roared like a real dragon. Rumble. As the vast energy in his meridians kept colliding, Yi Chen suddenly broke through. He flew up. Yi Chen was already a mid-spatial refinement cultivator. However, this mid-spatial refinement was not the real mid-spatial refinement. Yi Chen's foundation in mid-spatial refinement was more than 1,000 times that of ordinary cultivators. Even a genius cultivator's foundation was less than a tenth of his. This was the power of the ancient god body. Rumble. Kacha, kacha, kacha. As all the spiritual power was absorbed by Yi Chen, the spirit vein was greatly depleted. The bottom exploded, and Yi Chen flew out. Outside the ground, Yi Chen's body glowed as if he was reborn. Congratulations on breaking through, fellow Yi. The patriarch came to congratulate him. Thank you, patriarch. There's extremely powerful spiritual power in the spirit vein here, but it's all eroded by demonic energy. If you can find pure spiritual power, you can also absorb and refine it to improve your cultivation level. Sure. The patriarch nodded. Then, the patriarch said, I've found a new way out. It's just up ahead. Then let's not waste time. Let's go. The two of them moved like the wind, extremely fast. When they arrived at the main hall in front, they saw a golden door. There were various demon tribe totems drawn on the door. It was obvious that this was a solemn place. The patriarch swung his sword in anger. The sword energy swept across and shook the giant door. However, the giant door did not move at all, and the sword energy disappeared instantly. The patriarch was shocked. Such a strange phenomenon was rare. Such a giant door must be mysterious. Yi Chen activated the golden pupil flame and saw through the structure. He found that the demon tribe totem on the giant door was still useful. It was a formation that absorbed spiritual power. Most people did not know about it, and it would be a waste of effort. Swoosh! A sword gleam flew past. Yi Chen pointed at one of the totem on the giant door. Rumble! The Vajra gate rumbled, and then suddenly opened. The patriarch was very embarrassed. He had been working for a long time, but had not done anything. Yi Chen just pointed, and the door opened. The gap was a little too big. Yi Chen smiled and walked through the door. The patriarch followed. Behind the door was a huge hall. Inside the hall, there were all kinds of demon tribe statues. They were magnificent and extremely tall. The demon tribe really spent a lot to build such a magnificent place, the patriarch exclaimed. This must be the Holy Land. The spirit realm gate that they're guarding should be up ahead, Yi Chen said. The two of them walked forward together. Inside the hall, there was a cold air, and both of them sensed something strange. Chapter 1830. As they went deeper into the giant door, the strange feeling grew stronger. This made Yi Chen and the patriarch become more cautious. The two of them walked forward carefully. Yi Chen released his sense of perception. As long as there was any movement, he would react immediately. Hiss, hiss, hiss. Suddenly, a hissing sound came from the darkness. This sound was extremely strange. It went straight to the heart and made people uneasy. Patriarch, guard the passage here. I'll go ahead and explore. Yi Chen said, Fellow Yi, let's go together. This place isn't safe, the patriarch said. Yichen shook his head slightly. He let the patriarch stay and went ahead by himself. Walking in the dark passage, Yichen was on full alert. Hiss. The strange noises continued. Yichen even sensed that something was right next to him, but he had yet to notice it. The immortal-slaying flying dagger appeared in his hands. He had already realized that danger was lurking around him and had even locked onto his position. Roar! Suddenly, the ground shook and a furious roar startled the two. Yichen! The patriarch shouted, but there was no response. Following that, heaven and earth shook and the entire space fell into a tremor, as if it was being shaken by something huge. The patriarch was shocked and wanted to go over to help, but he soon saw the figure in the darkness gradually appear. It was a python as tall as a mountain. This python was extremely powerful. It shook its position and instantly stirred up the wind and clouds, preventing the patriarch from approaching. This is Yichen. The patriarch shouted Yichen's name. He was very nervous. The python in front of him was not only huge, but also contained powerful demonic energy. It was obvious that this python had been absorbing demonic energy here for a long time. Its cultivation base must be very high. Patriarch, get out of the way. Suddenly, Yichen's voice sounded. The patriarch looked forward in shock and found that he was surrounded by the python's body. He was about to fall into the python's entanglement. Once the python was entangled, it was a matter of life and death. The patriarch was in danger. Yichen flew out, and the immortal-slaying flying dagger kept cutting the python's body. However, the python's scales were so hard that even the immortal-slaying flying dagger could not pierce through. Underworld sword. The patriarch hurriedly took out the underworld sword. The underworld sword soared into the sky and covered the ground. Kill! Yichen attacked at the same time. The immortal-slaying flying saber turned into a stream of light and attacked the giant python. Boom, boom, boom. Sword chi filled the air, and the giant python's body kept shaking. Then, its tail also left the patriarch's side. The old ancestor had temporarily resolved the situation, but the giant python would not give up so easily. Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. Suddenly, lightning flashed in the darkness. Yichen suddenly saw that the lightning was coming from the giant python's eyes. He sensed that the power was not inferior to the demon lord at all. Dod! Yichen quickly grabbed the patriarch's shoulder and flew away. Boom, boom, boom. Everywhere the lightning passed, not even a blade of grass grew. It was extremely terrifying. The old ancestor turned pale with fright. This kind of power was so terrifying that even ordinary demon masters couldn't do it. Go! Yichen walked out decisively and left with the patriarch. The two of them walked out of the land of the devils and finally breathed in fresh air. D*MN, fellow Yichen, what is that thing? It's so powerful? The patriarch asked while panting. Yichen shook his head slightly. He did not have any detailed information about this giant python, but from the situation of the fight, this giant python must have absorbed an unknown amount of pure Pandora demon energy after living in this vein for many years. Its current cultivation base was terrifying, and it was close to the tribulation stage. Such a demon was not so easy to deal with. Otherwise, the demon tribe would not have let it guard the spiritual realm path. Patriarch, how are you? Yichen asked. The patriarch put away the underworld sword, looked at his body, and said with a smile, Of course I'm fine. I'm the patriarch of Underworld. Will I be hurt by a beast? That's good. Seeing that the patriarch was fine, Yichen was slightly relieved. At the same time, he began to think of a way to deal with it. Although this place was guarded by such a fierce beast, Yichen was extremely determined to enter the heart of the spiritual realm. Therefore, no matter what difficulties there were, he would continue forward. Let's leave first and come back after resting. Yichen said. All right. The two of them left the mountain together. They entered a small city in Yu province to rest. In this small tavern, there were many explorers. They were all adventurers, and all of them were cultivators. Moreover, their cultivation bases were not low. Have you guys heard that there's a secret cave in a mountain range of Yu province? There's a 1,000-year-old python living in it. I heard that if you obtain the python's gallbladder, you can directly ascend to the immortal realm. Is that true? Is it a rumor? It's not a rumor. There's real evidence. Yi Chun and the patriarch sat at the side. When they heard this, they understood that these people were talking about the place they went to investigate today. Through their conversation, Yi Chun learned that these people wanted to find out what was going on. Ascend to the immortal realm? Yi Chun shook his head secretly. He felt that this was too absurd. He glanced at the other party's cultivation base. The highest was only at the beginner void refinement stage. Although this was considered an extremely high cultivation base among explorers, it was naturally not enough to fight against the python. Clack, clack, clack. He walked over and smiled at the crowd. The crowd looked at Yi Chun with a puzzled expression. Kid, what are you trying to do? Those people asked. I'm just trying to save your lives, Yi Chun said. Save our lives? What do you mean by that? Are we in danger? The crowd was puzzled. Yi Chun smiled slightly and said, Are you guys going to the secret cave to catch the snake? Hearing this, everyone's heart trembled. It seemed that this kid had heard their previous discussion. However, it did not panic. After all, they had encountered all kinds of things in this line of work. Kid, this has nothing to do with you. Don't be a busybody, one of them said. I think you're just going to die in vain. What did you say? Everyone looked at Yi Chun angrily. All of them were experts who had lived near this forest for many years. They relied on the various goods and natural treasures in the forest to survive. Someone actually said that they were going to die in vain. This was an insult to their professional abilities and at the same time a provocation. That's all I have to say. Think about it yourself. Get lost now or I'll kill you. Seeing that everyone was a slave, Yi Chun left with a smile. When he returned to his seat, the patriarch was already drinking. Fellow Yi, why are you doing this? The patriarch asked. These useless things want to explore the snake's cave. I'm just reminding them out of goodwill, but I don't think they'll listen. Good plan. Let these be *stards explore, and we'll reap the benefits. Yi Chun and the patriarch smiled and exchanged glances. They already understood. P.S. The power has gone out. Brothers, we can only watch once today. We're repairing the lines. Chapter 1831. Yi Chun and the patriarch stayed in the tavern for many days, waiting for these people's movements. These people were not as reckless as he had imagined. They seemed to be preparing something that was specially used to deal with snakes. One day, Yi Chun was cultivating on the rooftop of the tavern, absorbing the essence of the sun and the moon. Suddenly, a bird chirped. Yi Chun looked up into the sky and saw a spirit bird chirping. It's the messenger bird of the heaven-trampling sect. Yi Chun stretched out his arm, and the messenger bird landed on the back of his hand. Then, the messenger bird's entire body lit up, and a line of words appeared. We found a young man in white. He's extremely similar to the person Senior Yi Chun asked us to look for. He calls himself Yi Wushuang. Yi Chun was overjoyed to see the news. The heaven-trampling sect really did not disappoint me. Yi Chun came down from the roof while laughing maniacally. He looked for the patriarch directly and told him the news. I didn't expect the heaven-trampling sect to be so powerful. They found Wushuang in just a few days. Congratulations! The patriarch was happy too. Ever since they entered the soul level, they had lost contact with each other. Later on, the patriarch had found Yi Chun. Now that Yi Wushuang had shown up, it was perfect. If that's the case, should we head to the heaven-trampling sect? How about this? Old ancestor, you head to the heaven-trampling sect and bring some people over. I'll keep an eye on these people. All right, be careful. With that, the old ancestor stepped on the clouds and left. Yi Chun returned to the roof and sat down to meditate. Yi Chun's ability to sense spiritual energy had gone up another level after he had advanced to the mid-void another stage. He could capture the spiritual energy in any environment and use it for himself. Therefore, as long as he sat cross-legged and regulated his breathing, he would be cultivating. Moreover, the ancient god body was the origin of the creation of the world, so it had an extremely strong ability to sense spiritual chi. Now that Yi Chun's attainment level had increased, it was like adding wings to a tiger. Da-da-da. Night fell. Suddenly, there was the sound of footsteps. Yi-Chen was slightly moved. When he looked down, he noticed a group of people walking out of the tavern and heading to the back of the mountain. Although it was dark, Yi-Chen's eyes were like torches. He could tell at a glance that these people were the ones who had spoken to him previously. Although they were in disguise, they could not hide from Yi-Chen. You want to make a move so soon? Let me see what tricks you can play. Yi-Chen followed them from behind, maintaining a sufficient distance to prevent himself from being discovered. According to the plan, they marched through the night for several hours and arrived outside the secret cave. Yi-Chen looked over. This was the secret cave that he had explored before. It seemed like these people's target was the giant python inside the secret cave. You're overestimating yourselves. He sneered in his heart. These people added up wouldn't even be enough to fill the gaps between the giant python's teeth, yet they still dare to go catch it. Those people had been busy outside the secret cave for a long time. Everyone was wearing thick armor that looked very sturdy, but in Yi-Chen's eyes, it was just for show because it was useless against the giant python. This time we must catch that beast and get the snake gallbladder. That's right. As long as we can get the snake gall, we'll be rich. Everyone will be able to ascend to the next realm. That's great. I'm stuck at a bottleneck in my cultivation. I must obtain the gallbladder and break through to the void training stage. The few of them discussed among themselves. Then, they packed up their equipment and walked towards the secret cave. Yi-Chen followed behind quietly. He didn't have much confidence in these people, but it wasn't a bad idea to let them take the lead and explore the mysteries of this secret cave as soon as possible. Those people looked quite professional. All kinds of equipment and weapons were properly equipped. Not long after entering the secret cave, those people turned on torches and threw many ball-like things forward. After they were thrown, those balls kept emitting smoke-like gas. Yi-Chen did not know what it was, but since they had brought it and even threw it on the ground, he sensed that it was targeted at the giant python. All right, let's go. Those people continued forward and Yi-Chen followed. When they were close to the place where they had encountered the giant python, Yi-Chen became cautious. The night demon battle armor was on, and the immortal slaying flying dagger appeared in his hand. He was ready to attack at any time. What Yi-Chen wanted was to find the location of the spiritual realm gate. The so-called snake gallbladder of this giant python was not that tempting to him. There were a total of 10 people, each with their own abilities. This time, they had gathered for this big mission. Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. Suddenly, shadows appeared in the environment. Yi-Chen was stunned. These shadows had never appeared before. These shadows were definitely not the giant python, but something else. Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. More and more shadows appeared and began to gather toward those people. Yi-Chen was speechless that those people had not noticed. I can't let them be destroyed so quickly. Yi-Chen launched a palm toward the sky and ignited the light at the same time. What's that? Soon, under the illumination of the light, those people discovered the shadows. The shadows were like apes, constantly jumping and flashing at an extremely fast speed. Be careful, be careful. Those people panicked. They took out all kinds of magic weapons and prepared to fight the enemy. At this moment, the shadows appeared one after another. It turned out that they were all existences like werewolves. Their sharp claws were constantly scratching as if they wanted to tear people apart. What is this? I didn't see any information about this before. D***. What is this? Did we come to the wrong place? Don't panic. We didn't come to the wrong place. There might be some unexpected situations here, but it doesn't matter. Kill these things, and we'll continue to look for the giant python. In order to improve their cultivation base and ascend, these people were all desperados and began to attack. Kill. Everyone attacked together. Those wolf shadows also appeared one after another, and a chaotic battle began. Yi-Chen frowned, and the saber in his hand bloomed, helping many people. As the bloody battle continued, the wolf shadows gradually gained the upper hand by relying on the strength of wild beasts. D***. These guys are so difficult to deal with. Many people were a little exhausted. These useless things. Yi-Chen attacked in the air and used all kinds of abilities. void, quake, netherworld destruction finger, heaven-shaking kill. Under Yi Chen's ingenious control, the various moves were still powerful, but the movements of the moves were extremely small. In the chaotic battle, the people could not even see where these abilities came from. With Yi Chen's help, those people turned the situation around and killed the wolf shadows. Blood formed a river, and the ground was devastated. Dozens of wolf shadows died in the pool of blood. D***M*. These animals, how dare they bite me? Yeah, are you all okay? I'm fine. Then let's go. Those people rested for a while and continued to move forward. Yi Chen looked at the wolf shadows on the ground and pondered for a long time. It seemed like the situation on the spiritual realm path was getting more and more complicated. It was not easy to find out the truth. As everyone moved forward, Yi Chen saw a few spherical objects falling around him. They were used by those people earlier. He put them away and followed. End of chapter. Chapter 1832. Yi Chen knew that he was getting closer and closer to danger as he followed those people. Hurry up, hurry up. The people in front were shouting. The surrounding air gradually became cold. Yi Chen knew very well that they had entered the snake's attack range. I like to see how this group of people will catch the snake. Yi Chen flew above the rock wall and moved forward cautiously, waiting for those people to act. At this moment, the leader was assigning tasks, but Yi Chen had already sensed that the giant python was approaching at a very fast speed. Suddenly, a scream was heard and a cultivator had disappeared into the darkness. Swoosh! Then, blood splashed out and everyone was shocked. What happened? He was taken away by that snake. I saw a shadow just now. It's too huge. Did we underestimate that snake? Those snake catchers trembled, and many of them were so scared that they could not speak. Obviously, they had underestimated the power of the giant python. Yi Chen hid on the rock wall, waiting for an opportunity. However, he sensed that these people were very useless. They were no match for the giant python at all. If they were swallowed by the giant python quickly, he did not want to stay for long. It was not a good choice to fight the giant python alone. The giant python had been absorbing the essence of heaven and earth in this earth vein for a long time. It was very likely that it had successfully passed the tribulation. Otherwise, how could it have such power? Over there, over there. Suddenly, a cultivator said with a trembling voice and pointed in a direction. Everyone looked up and saw a bloody mouth opening toward them. Another scream was heard. A cultivator was directly bitten by the giant python and brought into the darkness. Just like before, everyone saw only blood splattering. After losing cultivators, those snake catchers could not calm down. They realized that it was impossible to kill a giant python with such a cultivation base with their own strength. Let's go. We can't do it. Yes, boss, you saw it too. That giant python is probably an almighty who has passed the tribulation. How can we be a match for it? Several snake catchers were wavering and asked to leave. The boss shouted angrily. What did you say before? I gave you so many benefits. Now that you've followed me here and found the giant python, you want to leave? What a shame. We have no choice. We didn't expect this giant python to be so terrifying. Yeah, we didn't expect that. Everyone still wanted to leave, but the boss insisted on catching the snake. He knew very well that as long as he could catch a python of this level, ascending wouldn't be a problem. Seeing that their boss wasn't willing to leave, they could only continue catching snakes. Meanwhile, Yi Chen was observing the giant python's attack pattern and looking for its weakness. If he could not find its weakness, it would be very difficult to defeat such a huge monster. Boom! At this moment, the boulder collapsed and the giant python attacked. Its huge body was not afraid of any attacks, and it directly swallowed everyone. Kill! The snake catcher gave the order, and everyone shot out their fire arrows. Chi, chi, chi. The python was hit by the arrow, and its body began to burn rapidly. Roar! The giant python roared in pain, then quickly retreated into the darkness. Rocket! Yi Chen found one of the weapons that could be used to fight against the giant python. It was the fire arrow. How could such a beast be a match for us? Did you see that? It's very weak. The snake-catching boss said with a smile. Boss is mighty, the people around him praised. At this time, they continued to move forward, searching for traces of the giant python. Yichen was still hiding on a rock wall. There was a black hole in the cave, and he concealed his aura. No one knew his existence. Seeing that the snake catchers continued to move forward, Yichun collected the things that they dropped to deal with the giant python. There were those smoke balls and the chaotic fire arrows. These were all things that Yichun thought might be useful to deal with the giant python. Over there, someone shouted when he saw the giant python's body. Kill! The boss gave the order, and everyone fired the fire arrows again. Many people used their yuan qi to launch the fire arrows, releasing spiritual energy and fire arrows at the same time, giving the giant python a heavy blow. Rumble! Kacha! 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 The giant python went berserk, and its body flew up, attacking the crowd. Be careful! Be careful! Everyone retreated, but the giant python chased after them. At this moment, the giant python swung its tail like a flying mountain and suddenly attacked. Rumble! The huge impact swept up a strong wind, and many people who did not have a strong foundation were directly sucked in. Chi, chi, chi. Blood splattered, and more people were killed and swallowed by the giant python. The terrifying atmosphere intensified, and everyone fell into panic again. Heaven net. Yes, the boss decisively gave the order, and a few cultivators suddenly flew from all directions and threw out the heaven net. Swish, swish, swish. The heaven net descended, trapping the giant python in front of them. Roar! The giant python kept struggling, and the heaven net was on the verge of collapse. Boss, what do we do? Simple. Use spiritual energy to launch the fire arrows. Yes, a few cultivators used spiritual energy to launch the arrows. After the fire arrows hit the giant python, they were ignited with spiritual energy. The fuel was specially used to deal with the giant python. Chi, chi, chi. The scales on the giant python's body were constantly being corroded by the medicine on the fire arrows, and it was in extreme pain. Roar! The giant python kept rolling on the ground, but it was trapped by the heaven net. At the same time, the fire arrows were burning, and it could not escape. Seeing this, Yichen nodded slightly. He did not expect these people to really have a way to deal with the giant python. He had underestimated them. Roar! Just when everyone thought that the giant python was caught, the giant python suddenly let out a loud roar. Then, a dark light bloomed, and the cave was filled with chaos. Nothing could be seen. Where's the giant python? Where's the giant python? Everyone shouted. They seemed to be unable to find the giant python. Yichen was puzzled. How could such a gigantic creature disappear so quickly? There must be some details that he did not see clearly. Earlier, Yichen's eyes were also covered by the dark light. However, Yichen had the golden pupil fiery eye and other ocular techniques. His foundation was strong, so naturally he could still see some clues. Seeing that everyone had left, he flew down and looked at the traces around him. There was a giant python shedding its skin around him. Yichen sensed the aura around him, and indeed, the aura of the giant python had disappeared. It was very strange. What exactly happened? Just when Yichen was thinking, suddenly, there were screams coming from the cave. It was the sound of killing. Listening to the screams, Yichen moved forward quickly and entered the cave. He found that a man in black had appeared in front of him. He had a long hair draped over his shoulders, and he moved like a ghost with a strong, murderous aura. Yichen's heart trembled. Could it be? Chi, chi, chi. In next to no time, all the snake catchers, including the leader at the perfection stage of the Void Refinement Realm, were killed. End of this chapter. Chapter 1833. Yichen's eyes turned cold as he looked at the black-clothed man before him. He sensed a familiar aura. It's you. Yichen flew down and said to the black-clothed man. Ha, it's me? Who am I? The black-clothed man suddenly turned around. His hands and mouth were covered in blood. He was bloodthirsty. You're that giant python. I'm sure. Yichen saw the shadow of the giant python on him. He was the giant python. Ha ha. Since you know my secret, You'll become my food just like them. I'm not a bunch of idiots. What do you think your chances of winning are? Why would I need to win to kill you? The black-clothed man attacked Yi Chun with his sharp claws. Yi Chun retreated and attacked with his palm at the same time. Boom, boom, boom. The palm energy swept across, and the surrounding space shook. However, the black-clothed man was unharmed as he broke through the explosive formation. Yi Chun was puzzled. Although the palm energy he released earlier was not that powerful, the black-clothed man should not have been able to withstand it so easily. Yi Chun activated the golden pupil flame to observe the changes on the black-clothed man's body. Finally, he saw the truth. The black-clothed man's body was covered in extremely hard scales. It was the blood-mane battle armor. I see. Yi Chun did not hesitate anymore after knowing his opponent's characteristics. He fought with all his might. Void quake. As Yi Chun retreated, energy swept across his body, shaking the void and causing a powerful shockwave to hit the black-clothed man. The black-clothed man did not dare to take it head-on this time and quickly stopped. So, you know fear too? Yi Chun mocked. Ha ha, you're about to die, but you don't forget to argue. We'll see who's about to die soon. A faint saber gleam appeared in Yi Chun's hand. It was the immortal slaying flying saber that was ready. Yi Chun's ancient god body stirred. He flew out and pounced at the black-clothed man. Blood-mane battle. Suddenly, the black-clothed man activated the power of his bloodline. Blood-maned light bloomed all over his body, and a huge blood-maned shadow appeared behind him. Adamantine seal, ocean seal. Yi Chun did not hesitate when he saw the black-clothed man using the power of his bloodline. Behind Yi Chun, the enraged guardian deity appeared. The gigantic guardian deity sent out a hand seal. Boom! The power of the handprint increased explosively as it attacked the black-clothed man. Kill! The man in black was bloodthirsty and maniacal. He ignored Yi Chun's attack and charged toward him directly. Boom, boom, boom. The handprint bombarded the black-clothed man's body, but because of the blood mantis battle armor, it had no effect. Interesting. Yi Chun smirked. He was thinking that it would be great if he could peel off the skin of the blood dragon and use it to repair the night demon armor. Yi Chun transformed the immortal slaying flying saber into a wolf claw. He moved instantly like a wolf shadow. Kill! The man in black kept unleashing his blood-venomous fangs in an attempt to stop Yi Chun from advancing. However, he had underestimated Yi Chun's speed and determination. Amidst the countless venomous fangs, Yi Chun's figure moved nimbly and released a marvelous ability. Ninth heaven you steps. Yi Chun arrived before the man in black within the blink of an eye. What? The black-robed man turned pale with fright. He opened his mouth and spat out a cloud of blood mist. Chi control. Yi Chun held his breath immediately and turned around to attack. Netherworld destruction finger. Zap, zap, zap. The finger energy turned into a sharp gleam and pierced through the man's scale armor. Zap! Although the finger energy was blocked by the man's blood mantis battle armor, the high temperature of the corrosion still made the man in black miserable. His scale armor also loosened due to the scorching heat and even fell off. Damn it, damn it! The man in black roared madly. Dark scales appeared all over his body, and his bloody eyes glowed red. He was ready to kill Yi Chun. Yi Chun was waiting for the moment when he was enraged. That was the only chance. Come on, Yi Chun mocked. The man in black attacked furiously. Blood Mantis Annihilation Realm. The man in black released countless bloody mists. Instantly, the surrounding space fell into a blur. Subsequently, waves of poisonous mist came out along with the bloody mists. Once touched, one would definitely die. Oh, Yi Chun smirked in disdain. Subsequently, he walked into the bloody mist directly. He idiot! How dare you walk into my blood mantis death realm? Do you have a death wish? You're already surrounded by the poisonous mist. You'll definitely die. The man in black smiled proudly. He thought that he had succeeded. At that moment, Yi Chun walked out of the bloody mist safely. He was right before him. What? While he was still in shock, Yi Chun had already attacked. Zap, zap, zap. The gleam of the wolf's claws echoed in the air. Subsequently, there was a powerful corrosive force. The man in black's blood mantis battle armor was damaged by Yi Chen's claws. It even began to bleed. What's going on? The man in black was confused. It's simple. There's medicine on my claws that's specially made to deal with you. Yi Chen took out the medicine that the snake catchers used earlier. Why didn't you react to my bloody mist? The man in black questioned. It's even simpler. Because my ancient god body is not afraid of any poison at all. Ancient god body? What the F***CK is this? I'm going to kill you. The man in black was furious and charged at Yi Chen. What an idiot. If that's the case, I'll send you on your way. Yi Chen's eyes gleamed coldly while an extremely intense, killing intent seeped out of his body. Zap, zap, zap. Purple lightning appeared all over Yi Chen's body. Subsequently, he closed his eyes. At that moment, the man in black had arrived before him. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Yi Chen suddenly moved his feet. His body turned into an illusion. It was the ninth heaven you steps. The man in black was even more furious now that his attack missed. He wanted to kill Yi Chen's shadow as soon as he saw it. At that moment, Yi Chen used the advantage of his footwork to hit the man in black's weak spots. After a round of beating, Yi Chen stopped. You. The man in black stood where he was and looked at Yi Chen. At first, he did not feel any changes in his body. However, soon, he saw his body sizzling as if it was ignited. You've been hit by my 108 claws, and you still don't know it. What an idiot. Under Yi Chen's gaze, the man in black was bleeding all over his body. The blood mantis power collapsed. The medicine seeped into his body, and his meridians and blood stagnated. Thud! With his eyes wide open, the man in black fell to the ground. As the man in black's life ended, his body turned into the form of the blood mantis again. Skin it and pull out its tendons. Yi Chen flew to the blood mantis and extended his hand suddenly. With a slash, the giant python scales were peeled off. An hour later, Yi Chen reaped his spoils of war. The blood mantis fine scale armor, the blood mantis snake gallbladder, and the blood mantis dragon tendon. These three items were treasures to Yi Chen. Among them, the blood mantis scale armor could be used to repair the night demon battle armor. The blood mantis snake gallbladder could be used to increase one's cultivation base, and the blood mantis dragon tendon could be used to make divine weapons. Amazing! Chapter 1834. After the battle ended, Yi Chen sat cross-legged on the rock. With a wave of his hand, the snake gallbladder floated in the air. Void alchemy. Yi Chen activated his secret ability and channeled spiritual energy. A cauldron appeared in the air. He guided the snake gallbladder into the cauldron. Following that, powerful spiritual energy turned into spirit fire, and he began refining. After 2 hours of refining, the snake gallbladder was finally completely refined. A black and red golden pill came out of the cauldron and floated into Yi Chen's hand. The moment he touched it, Yi Chen felt powerful vitality, spiritual energy, and demonic energy in it. It was a very precious mixed golden pill that contained various powers. It was impossible for ordinary cultivators to swallow such a golden pill because they could only refine one type of power. The other types of power would destroy their bodies. However, Yi Chen was different. He cultivated the ancient god body and could absorb and refine all kinds of power, including different types of power. Today, I'll let my foundation soar again. At that moment, a powerful counterforce suddenly erupted from the golden pill as if it wanted to devour Yi Chen. Yi Chen's eyes turned slightly cold. He saw the golden pill in front of him transform into the shadow of the blood gallbladder. It was extremely violent, and it was the resentment of the blood gallbladder. Yi Chen, you bastard, I'm going to devour you, haha. You actually dared to use a treacherous scheme to frame me. You're dead. I curse you for eternity. Don't even think about using my power. Yi Chen was annoyed by all kinds of words. The lowly blood gallbladder dares to go against the ancient god body? Yi Chen's anger rose, and his might was unstoppable. He gathered his strength and then channeled the ancient god body. Rumble. Instantly, powerful vitality erupted in his meridians and spread throughout his body. Yi Chen's body emitted ancient god light. His aura changed drastically like a supreme being. Ah! He roared, and the ancient god light covered the golden pill. Ah! The blood gallbladder behind the golden pill roared in pain, as if it was being refined by the fire of karma. No, no. It let out the most unwilling roar, wanting to devour Yi Chen. I'll die with you. The blood gallbladder rushed toward Yi Chen in a frenzy. Don't even think about it. Yi Chen suddenly opened his eyes. The ancient god light bloomed completely, and the blood gallbladder turned into ashes on the spot. If I don't come now, when will I? He opened his mouth wide, and the golden core entered his mouth under a strong suction force. As the golden pill entered his body, the chi blood force in Yi Chen's body surged again. Roar! Boom! The golden core in Yi Chen's body unleashed a powerful burst of energy, constantly battering his meridians, limbs, and bones. Even a conjoint body cultivator would explode and die from such an impact. However, Yi Chen, who was only at the mid-spatial refinement stage, was able to withstand it with his ancient god body. You still want to resist? You're courting death. Yi Chen activated the ancient god bloodline, instantly suppressing the golden core's blood-plucking power and forcefully absorbing it. As the absorption of the golden pill's energy became more complete, Yi Chen's foundation soared. Phew! Yi Chen spat out a mouthful of turbid air. The last remnants of Bloodmane's power had dissipated, turning into energy that was beneficial to Yi Chen and circulating throughout his body. Ha ha ha! He stood up and laughed heartily. He had gained a lot this time. A golden core alone was worth several fine great spirit veins. Yi Chen knew that he was not far from breaking through to the void refinement stage. If he wanted to enter the spirit realm, even if he was a genius like Yi Chen, his void refinement stage cultivation base was not enough. That was why he was in such a hurry to elevate his cultivation base. After that, he used the blood centipede scale armor to repair the night demon armor, allowing the armor to basically recover its power. Yi Chen put away the last blood dragon tendon for later use. After killing Bloodmane, Yi Chen continued forward to explore the spirit realm gate. The path ahead was deep and winding, but it was no longer a narrow path, but a long corridor. There were all kinds of demon race totems and murals praising the demon race on the corridors. It was clear that this was the demon race's holy land. After passing through the corridor and entering the main hall, Yi Chen saw a large door in the distance. ZZZ. The gate was constantly emitting spiritual light. The powerful energy was dazzling. Yi Chen stepped forward and arrived before the door. Sensing the powerful spiritual glow coming from the door, Yi Chen was certain that this was the door to the spirit realm. Finally found it. Yi Chen was overjoyed. He had been waiting for this moment for too long. He stretched out his hand and sensed the flow of energy inside the spiritual world gate. Absorb. He wanted to absorb the energy inside to help him break through, but he soon realized that forcefully absorbing the energy of the spirit realm gate was not beneficial to him. It might even backfire on his body. The door has a reserve mechanism. Yi Chen immediately realized this. He put his hand away and stopped absorbing the energy. How do I open it? Although he had found the spirit realm gate, opening it was another problem. The blissful scholar did not tell Yi Chen how to open the door. Perhaps even he did not know. Before the door, Yi Chen tried all kinds of abilities and secret techniques, but he still could not make the door move. It was obvious that entering the spirit realm was very difficult. The demon disaster area is heavily damaged. They definitely won't do anything for a while. Now that I've found the door, there's no hurry. Yi Chen turned around and left. He was going to meet the Patriarch and Yi Wushuang in the main hall of the Heaven Trampling sect. Patriarch, you're here. The Patriarch of Heaven Trampling personally went out to welcome him. Ha ha! Patriarch of Heaven Trampling, how have you been? The Patriarch of Hell cupped his hands and bowed. I'm fine. I found the person you wanted me to find. Hurry up and let us see him. All right, go and invite him. The Patriarch of Heaven Trampling waved his hand. A cultivator bowed slightly and left the hall. After a while, a young man in white walked into the hall. Wushuang. The The patriarch was overjoyed and walked over quickly. Patriarch Yi Wushuang was also very excited. They had been separated ever since they entered the spirit realm. Now that they finally met, his heart trembled when he did not see Yi Chun. "Where's Master?" "Fella, you want to look for the spirit realm gate. You should be back soon." "Can you really find the spirit realm gate?" Yi Wushuang asked. "As long as Fellow Yi goes, you can definitely find it." The two of them nodded at each other and followed the Patriarch of Heaven, trampling to their seats. The Heaven Trampling sect is indeed powerful. They were able to find the person Fellow Yi is looking for so quickly. "Thank you, Patriarch of Heaven Trampling. Fellow Yi is a human almighty. He killed the demon lord and shook the foundation of the demon disaster area. Such a feat will definitely be recorded in history. I'm already very happy to be able to help him." "Ha ha, great, great." The Patriarch was overjoyed. No one in the spirit realm could compare to Yi Chen's influence. He could also benefit from it. Sect leader, Senior Yi Chun is back." At this moment, a cultivator barged into the hall to report. "Oh, Fellow Yi is really back. That's great." The Patriarch was overjoyed. Yi Wushuang was even more excited. Chapter 1835. Wushuang. Yi Chun was thrilled to see Yi Wushuang in front of him. "Master." Yi Wushuang flew out and came to Yi Chun. "It's great that you're back." The scene of the two reuniting was touching. At this moment, the Patriarch of Heaven Trampling and the Patriarch of Heaven Trampling both smiled. "Fellow Yi, let's sit down and talk," the Patriarch of Heaven Trampling said. Everyone sat down. The Patriarch of Heaven Trampling asked, "I heard that you went to look for the gate of the spiritual realm." Yi Chun smiled and said, "I found it." The Patriarch of Heaven Trampling said in shock, "Rumor has it that the gate of the spiritual realm is in the territory of the demons. What dangers are there?" Yi Chun told the Patriarch of Heaven Trampling what he had encountered. The latter was shocked. He did not expect the demons to have so many formations and traps. "Patriarch of Heaven Trampling, since we found the gate of the spiritual realm, we're going to ascend to the spiritual realm." "Well, Fellow Yi, you're the hope of the spirit realm. Are you going to leave just like that?" "I have no choice. We're all people who pursue the peak of martial Tao. Once we're done with the spirit realm, we're going to ascend to the spiritual realm." "Sai, what a pity." The Patriarch of Heaven Trampling felt it was a pity that Yi Chun was leaving. He had just met Yi Chun, and they were going to part ways. "Since you're leaving, I think we should tell the people of the spirit realm to send you off. There's no need to be so grand. I think we can just tell the blissful scholar and those we're familiar with." "All right, someone come." A cultivator entered the hall. "Inform the blissful scholar to come to the Heaven Trampling sect immediately." "Yes, sect leader." The man obeyed the order and left. After that, the Patriarch of Heaven Trampling arranged accommodation for Yi Chun and the others to wait for the banquet the next day. At night, Yi Chun and Yi Wushuang chatted for the whole night. The next morning, Yi Chun and the others came out. At this moment, the Heaven Trampling sect was decorated with lanterns as if it was the new year. It turned out that it was a farewell party for Yi Chun. The blissful scholar, the Patriarch of Heaven Trampling, and the other spirit realm powerhouses came to see them off. "Brother Yi, are you leaving with your senior brother?" The blissful scholar saw Yi Chun and the other two and stepped forward. Yi Chun was speechless. He did not expect the blissful scholar to be such a devoted person. Looking at his worried face, it seemed like he was reluctant to see the Patriarch leave. "Fellow Taoist Blissful, we're indeed leaving. We're very touched that you're willing to send us off." Yi Chun bowed as he spoke. "Ha ha, junior brother, Yi Chun Wushuang, and are going to ascend to the spiritual realm. We followed your instructions and found the gate to the spiritual realm. Thank you for telling us. Senior brother, this is what I should do. It's just that we haven't gotten rid of all the evildoers yet. Do you really want to leave? I've already eliminated the main force of the fiend lords in the disaster area, and the rest are just insignificant people. Mr. Blissful has gone through the tribulation. Together with ancestral patriarch Sky Trampling and the other grand cultivators of the human race, it should be easy for them to eliminate them. We don't need to do anything unnecessary." This side, Blissful Scholar sighed. He really did not want Yi Chun and the rest to leave so quickly. Everyone took their seats. Everyone, today is the day that Mr. Yi leaves with the patriarch and the rest. We admire Mr. Ye's courage in fighting against the disaster area and fighting for life for the human race. Here's a toast to Mr. Yi. All right, everyone was very happy. It was an honor to be able to drink with an almighty person like Yi Chun. Thank you, everyone. Yi Chun, the patriarch, and Yi Wushuang raised their glasses at the same time and thanked everyone. The banquet went very smoothly. During the banquet, Blissful Scholar, Ancestral Patriarch Sky Trampling, and the rest spoke one after another, expressing their admiration for Yi Chun. They all hoped that he could stay and take charge of the situation. They even wanted to make Yi Chun the master of the tiny spiritual realm. However, Yi Chun politely declined. His heart was still in the spiritual realm and the martial Tao. These empty titles were not what Yi Chun wanted. Mr. Yi, since you've made up your mind, we won't ask you to stay. However, you must know that the gate to the spirit realm will always be open to you. When you arrive, you'll be the master of the spirit realm. Ancestral Patriarch Sky Trampling said. Thank you, Patriarch. We're leaving. Yi Chun bowed again and left with the Patriarch of Hell and Yi Wushuang. They rode the starry sky sword ship that the Patriarch Sky Trampling had given them and flew in the void. In a few hours, they arrived at the mountain range where the spiritual realm gate was located. Under Yi Chun's guidance, the three of them entered the spiritual realm gate deep in a mountain range. There was still the stench of blood near the gate. It was left behind by the previous massacre. The remains of the giant python were still there, and the huge bone armor was shocking. Mr. Yi, is that the spiritual realm gate ahead? The patriarch asked when he saw the huge stone gate in the hall ahead. Yi Chun said, that's right. There are many mysteries on that stone gate. It won't be easy to pass through it. How do we get there then? Yi Wushuang asked. I've observed many times. If you want to pass through this gate, you need to be able to unleash a powerful force and obtain the stone gate's approval. If that's the case, let's give it a try. Yi Wushuang came before the stone gate and condensed his sword energy with his fingers. Instantly, sword energy soared into the sky, and the sun and moon were unparalleled. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. The sword energy was swift and graceful. It was a powerful divinity that could defeat anyone who saw it. All right, Yi Chun and the patriarch were both amazed. Yi Wushuang's cultivation base had obviously improved. The power of such a spontaneous sword energy was indeed unparalleled. Yi Wushuang flew up. Sword energy gathered into one and shot at the stone gate. Rumble. The sword energy descended and attacked the stone gate. Energy exploded and produced a loud sound. The stone gate shook continuously, but in the end, the sound disappeared. Everything returned to normal as if nothing had happened. Yi Wushuang was shocked. He did not expect that his ultimate sword energy could not even leave a ripple on the stone gate. Let me give it a try. The Patriarch of Hell attacked angrily. The underworld sword in his hand was filled with sword energy. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. The moment the sword energy condensed, the Patriarch of Hell soared into the sky with the sword in hand. He aimed at the stone gate and slammed it down. The underworld sword's sword energy contained the will of the netherworld. It was powerful enough to attract the netherworld of the 9 provinces and fill the sky. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. The water of the netherworld reached 3,000 feet. He charged at the stone gate without stopping. Rumble. The underworld sword chi struck the stone gate, and the energy of hell continued to condense. However, the stone gate was like a bottomless abyss. It absorbed the endless water of the netherworld instantly, and the sword energy disappeared. The Patriarch of Hell was shocked. He did not expect the spiritual realm gate to be so terrifying. What should he do? Yi Chun began to think when he saw that. Wushuang, Patriarch, there's a powerful formation in this spiritual realm gate. It's the power of heaven and earth. There must be a powerful force supporting this stone gate. I'm afraid it's difficult to break through. Fellow Yi, what should we do? The Patriarch frowned, feeling down. End of this chapter. Chapter 1836. Looking at the patriarch's frown, Yi Chun said, "Don't be so pessimistic. Let me see what's so special about this stone door. I'll definitely be able to unlock its secret. Looks like that's the only way." The patriarch nodded and adjusted his breathing with Yi Wu Shuang. Yi Chun came to the stone door and observed it closely. There was a faint primordial aura coming from the stone door. It was ancient and powerful. Yi Chun could sense that there was a powerful force supporting the stone door. This power was extremely mysterious. It was unfathomably deep and also like an extremely powerful ocean. Yi Chun could not tell what it was at the moment. He walked to the side to observe and found that there were hidden patterns on the stone door. These patterns were very small and cannot be seen by ordinary people. If he did not observe carefully, even Yi Chun would not be able to notice it. Yi Chun released spiritual energy to investigate the source of the patterns. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Suddenly, there was a dazzling light and Yi Chun entered the alternate space. The two who were still meditating sensed that Yi Chun's aura had disappeared and quickly got up to observe. "Fellow Yi?" The patriarch was puzzled. "Master, master." Yi Wu Shuang sensed Yi Chun's aura but could not find any trace. It was as if Yi Chun had completely disappeared from this world. The patriarch's heart trembled. If Yi Chun was nowhere to be found, they would not be able to open the spiritual realm gate. At this point, we can only trust Yi Chun and wait here for his return. All right. The two had no choice but to set up a formation outside and enter to meditate. At this moment, Yi Chun had entered the alternate space. He discovered that he was above the void sea, and behind the spiritual realm gate was an endless U-shaped void sea. It was so strange. Is this why the spiritual realm gate can devour everything? Yi Chun thought that if infinite energy was transferred into the void, there would be nothing that could stop it. In that case, the secret of the spiritual realm gate was to rely on the pattern formation to absorb energy and then transfer it. No matter how strong the energy was, the void sea would withstand it. In that case, no one could open the gate. What ingenious design! Yi Chun could not help but exclaim. This design was not purely the work of nature, nor was it purely the work of man. Instead, it was a combination of man and nature. It was a kind of uncanny workmanship, a kind of cultivator's wisdom. In the void sea, Yi Chun saw too many remnants of energy. Among them, there were all kinds of moves and divine abilities of experts, and there were all kinds of divine weapons and magic treasures probing each other. These were all historical traces left behind by the accumulation of many years. Golden pupils flame. Yi Chun activated his golden pupil flame and looked at all the information in the surrounding space. All kinds of information flowed into his mind. What a powerful divine ability! He discovered a great divine ability. The evolution of the power within was so complicated and exquisite. However, above the void sea, he could actually see it so clearly. This was extremely mystical. This person's cultivation is probably beyond the tribulation stage. Such a powerful person also tried to open the stone door here, but failed. Such a divine weapon can split mountains and shatter the earth. However, it is still useless against the stone door. This type of secret technique can connect with all living things, making it incomparably powerful. However, it still can't do anything to the stone gate because the stone gate connects to the void and contains all living things. All sorts of information entered Yi Chun's mind, widening his horizons. If he could obtain this set of operating rules for such an exquisite and peerless system, it would definitely be an earth-shattering reward. Void absorption. Suddenly, an impossible idea appeared in Yi Chun's mind. This void seemed to be a void, but in reality, it was a system space. There was too much information stored in it. Once he obtained this information, it would be like obtaining an endless treasure trove, the life's work of thousands of powerhouses. It must be some kind of opportunity that I can enter this void. This might be the only opportunity in my life. I can't give it up. Yi Chun made up his mind to absorb and control the void in front of him, obtaining control of all the information within. Although he had the idea, he did not do it immediately. He was not in a hurry. Instead, he sat above the void sea, closed his eyes, and thought carefully. He sat in the void with his legs crossed, absorbing the spiritual chi of heaven and earth. He wanted to communicate with the void and find the root. His spiritual consciousness rose into the sky beyond the clouds. The void sea was like a natural brain. The patterns within were extremely complicated. It might take a lifetime to examine it in detail, so this method was definitely not advisable. Since a comprehensive examination was not a solution, he had to think of a clever alternative. I want to connect my brain with the void sea. This was an extremely risky method, but it was also one that Yi Chun wanted to gamble on. Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. Yi Chun shot out several sword energies and charged toward the endless direction of the void sea. These sword energies contained Yi Chun's divine consciousness. As long as the sword energies were there, he could obtain information about that place. The sword energies flew as if there was no end. Yi Chun's mind continued to extend there. No one knew how many tens of thousands of miles the sword energies traveled, but it was still vast and boundless. One could see that the void sea was truly all-encompassing and inexhaustible. Suddenly, Yi Chun saw something. It was a spirit core. It was a crystal-like object. It was in the form of a cube. It kept spinning as it floated somewhere in the void sea. Could this be? Yi Chun was shocked. Could this be the true form of the void sea? If that was the case, would obtaining this cube be equivalent to obtaining the entire void sea? Such a divine artifact was too shocking. Yi Chun opened his eyes and flew out. Relying on the connection between him and the sword energies, he determined the location of the cube. The image of the cube kept appearing in Yi Chun's mind. It was a dark crystal. It looked very radiant from afar, as if there was nothing on it. It was just a dark crystal. However, Yi Chun knew that according to the information transmitted by the sword energies, this cube might be the most complicated thing he had ever seen in his life. Oh no, the sword energies are dissipating. As the void sea was too vast, after the sword energies were released, they would be dissipated by the void. Yi Chun had to find the dark cube before the sword energies completely dissipated. Where are you? Yi Chun shot out 8 sword energies in all directions at the same time, testing again. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Relying on the last bit of information from the sword energies, Yi Chun unleashed a powerful movement technique and traveled 1,000 miles in one step. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Suddenly, Yi Chun's mind flickered. He seemed to have sensed the last bit of information from the sword energies. This way. He suddenly turned around and looked. 100 kilometers away, the cube was still spinning. As he got closer to it, Yi Chun could feel the endless energy flowing. It was weak like a thin stream, but it was as strong as a mountain. It was mysterious and amazing. Chapter 1837. Since the target was just ahead, Yi Chun did not hesitate and hurried over. The dark cube kept spinning and emitting strange lights. These strange lights made Yi Chun a little frustrated, but his martial will was so strong that this little test was nothing to him. Still, he understood that this cube had a strong ability to interfere with one's mind. It was not easy to deal with it. Since the cube was closely connected to the alternate dimension, Yi Chun had to break through it. Whoosh! Yi Chun released his powerful movement technique and flew toward the cube. Z, Z, Z. The cube suddenly emitted a strange dark light. Then, Yi Chun entered another space. Yi Chun's heart skipped a beat. He sensed that not only did the cube have mental control, but it also had the ability to teleport. Void vibration. At this critical moment, Yi Chun knew that time was precious. He had to leave this place as soon as possible to meet the patriarch and Yi Wushuang. Boom, boom, boom. The void trembled and heaven and earth collapsed. In an instant, the entire space collapsed. The trap set by the cube was shattered by Yi Chun on the spot. Subsequently, Yi Chun activated his golden pupil flame and released the true samadhi fire. He locked onto the cube's location immediately. You want to leave? It's not that easy. Sensing that the cube was releasing its spatial power again and was about to leave, Yi Chun had already released the true samadhi fire and imprinted the cube. So. Yi-chan performed the 9 heaven steps and arrived before the cube instantly. Star-picking hand. Without holding back, Yi-chan released his great divinity and grabbed the cube. Z, Z, Z. The moment he grabbed it, the cube released a dark demonic light. Yi-chan felt as if his star-picking hand had been cut by a blade and shattered. Yi-chan flew up. The immortal slaying saber gleam appeared again and charged at the cube. The cube received the impact of the immortal slaying flying saber's saber beam without any flaws. It absorbed the saber beam. What? Yi-chan was a little puzzled. What exactly was this cube made of? How could it be so powerful and unbelievable? Z, Z, Z. The cube unleashed its might once again. It was as if a demon god had descended into the world, and countless demonic shadows appeared behind it. Oh, could it be the demon race's supreme treasure? This was the simplest answer Yi-chan could come up with, because it released a powerful Pandora demon energy. Kill! Yi-chan flew out and unleashed all sorts of divine abilities. Ride the wind, gravity, Azura, true heavenly kill, soul-devouring life, extinguishing finger, frost spell, fireball spell. For a time, the entire space was covered in ice and fire. Heaven and earth were separated, and the universe shook. Boom, boom, boom. Under Yi-chan's powerful attack, the cube flew out quickly, trying to dodge. Where are you going? Yi-chan activated the wind step and the 9 heaven steps at the same time. His speed was at its peak. Sky-covering hand, star-picking hand, dragon-capturing hand. The 3 major techniques appeared at the same time. At that moment, light shone from all directions, and all directions were in chaos. Yi-chan completely sealed off the cube's path. Return. Yi-chan flew into the sky and stepped on the void. He released the ultimate palm seal and covered the cube. Z, Z, Z. At that moment, the cube emitted a strange light again, but this time, it was completely different from before. It was not mana, but super strong psionic power. Yi-chan was shocked once again. This thing possessed both psionic and demonic powers. It was clearly a supreme treasure. If he obtained it, it might be of great help to him. Thinking to this point, Yi-chan no longer held back and unleashed all his abilities. Emperor Greenwood Finger. Yi-chan activated the supreme psionic power and released the might of an emperor. The shadow of the Emperor Greenwood appeared behind him, and its powerful might shocked heaven and earth. Rumble. This time, Yi-chan did not give the cube any space and grabbed it directly. The moment he grabbed the cube, Yi-chan felt that the cube seemed to have a life of its own as it instantly burrowed into his body. What's the meaning of this? Yi-chan shouted angrily, and the true energy in his body erupted. He wanted to stop it, but it was too late. The cube directly entered his body. He did not expect this to happen. However, after the cube entered his body, the surrounding space rapidly changed, and Yi-chan came out of the alternate space. Fellow Yi, Master, Master, the voices of the Patriarch of Hell and Yi Wushuang looking for Yi-chan could be heard everywhere. I'm here. Yi-chan quickly responded and came to the 2 of them. Fellow Yi, where did you go? We can't sense your aura at all. The Patriarch of Old Quan said. There's no aura at all? Yi-chan asked. Yes, how can this be fake? Hearing this, Yi-chan smiled slightly. It seemed that this cube was indeed special. It could completely conceal its aura and create an alternate space. It also had dual attributes of demonic energy and spiritual power. Such a treasure was rare in the world. Seeing Yi-chan smile, the 2 of them were stunned. What did this mean? Fellow Yi, what are you smiling at? The Patriarch asked with narrowed eyes. Nothing. I found a way to crack this stone door. That's great. Hurry up and crack it. The Patriarch was overjoyed and followed Yi-chan to the stone door. Yi-chan looked at the various patterns on the stone door. At this moment, they were extremely clear. He could even easily understand the meaning of those patterns. This wonderful change made Yi-chan extremely happy. Fellow Yi, how is it? The Patriarch asked with a slightly suspicious gaze. Piece of cake. Yi-chan stretched out his hand and aimed at the stone door. Then, he released a hand seal. Rumble. Suddenly, the patterns on the stone door all became active. Following that, demonic energy and spiritual power gathered on the same stone door. The patriarch was shocked when he saw this. Demonic energy and spiritual power fused so harmoniously. Could this be Yi Chen's ability? Previously, he also knew that Yi Chen had cultivated demonic techniques in the demon disaster area and even cultivated top-grade 9th-stage demonic patterns. He did not expect him to be so powerful. However, he did not know that because Yi Chen had absorbed the cube, his power had increased to its current level. Watching the spirit realm gate slowly open, Yi Chen finally understood that the cube was the key to open the spirit realm gate, and he had already controlled that key. He let out a long roar and circulated his spiritual power and demonic energy at the same time. The power in his body reached its limit. He had never felt such powerful power before. His ancient god body resonated at the same time. Heaven and earth resonated violently, as if the order of the great Tao had collapsed. The energy in his meridians was like a dragon emerging from the sea, churning violently. Yi Chen had entered a new state. Sensing the extreme power that appeared on Yi Chen's body, the patriarch and Yi Wushuang were shocked. "Fellow Yi, why do I feel that your strength has instantly soared?" The patriarch asked. "Is that so?"